Hello, good evening. My name is Richard. Welcome to Over and Over and Over Again. This is Matchday Live Continental Cup quarter-final action for you tonight from Meadow Park. It is, of course, Arsenal women versus Aston Villa. This is going to be a great game. Stay with us for all the action coming up the other side of this. Running there of Beth Mead. Beth Mead's in behind, plays it across. Caitlin Ford's going to score, and she has scored. This fast start has been rewarded for us. So, Continental Cup quarter-final action tonight from Meadow Park. Arsenal women against Aston Villa. This is going to be a big game. Can Arsenal make it through to the semi-final? Now, we've got your team news in for this big game tonight, and this is how the teams line up. So, Arsenal, they make 4 changes from the team that drew with Chelsea in our last game, 10, 11 days ago. In goal, making her debut, Sabrina D'Angelo. The back 4, Noel Moritz comes in at right back. Lotta Wubben-Moy comes in at centre back alongside Rafaela Souza, and Katie McCabe comes in at left back. In midfield, Leah Williamson moves from defence into midfield tonight in place of Leah Walsey. Kim Little, captain, of course, is in the side alongside Frida Marnham. And then in the front 3 for Arsenal, it's the same front 3 that played against Chelsea. So it's Lena Hurtig on the right, Stina Blackstenius through the centre, and Caitlin Ford on the left. On the bench then for Arsenal tonight, Manu Zinsberger, the goalkeeper, Kayla Marquis, the other goalkeeper. We've also got Jen Beattie, Laura Wainwrighter, Steph Catley, Victoria Palova, and Catherine Cole. So hopefully Palova and Cole will both make their debut later on tonight as well. For Aston Villa, they've laid a very strong side. It's Hannah Hampton in goal. The back 4, it looks like Rachel Daly is going to be playing as a fullback tonight alongside captain Rachel Coulsey, Sarah Malin, and Mary Pacheco. In midfield, it's Kenza Darley, our very own or former player Jordan Nobbs, of course, returning to Meadow Park just 2 weeks after leaving, and Laura Blindkilder. And then the front 3 for Aston Villa tonight, Alicia Lehman, Kirsty Hansen, and Isabel Grelnick. Of course, it was Kirsty Hansen who scored in our 4-1 victory at Villa Park just before Christmas. On the bench then for Aston Villa, it's a goalkeeper Anna Leet, it's Olivier McLaughlin, Rusha Littlejohn, Martha McPhail, Georgina Mullet, and Megan Shaw. A few players there from their academy. So they're the lineups then for this game tonight. It's going to be a very interesting game, isn't it? Obviously, we've seen the draw. The winner of this tie will play at home to Manchester City in the semi-final. So yes, it's a tough game, but it was always going to be difficult in any semi-final, isn't it? But we would have home advantage again, and I do think that's really, really crucial, especially at Meadow Park. And I do think Manchester City are definitely beatable. So it's a good opportunity for us tonight. If we can get through this game, it will put us really, really far on the way to hopefully getting into the final, which would be fantastic, wouldn't it? And could be a first trophy on the board for the new season, the first trophy for Jonas Eiseveld. Of course, he did say, didn't he, earlier on about the obviously the pitch situation, undersoil heating, etc., and that maybe it shouldn't necessarily be put into being a main priority at this moment in women's football. I kind of agree. Yes, we don't want games to be called off, and what happened at Chelsea at the weekend, a little bit of a farce, wasn't it? There's no way that game should have even started. It should have been, the decision should have been made a lot earlier, and I do feel as though TV plays too much of an influence on this kind of thing, really. I know our game at Brighton was a TV game that did get called off, but at least that was called off a little bit earlier and prevented all that nonsense that went on at Chelsea. But yeah, something needs to be done about it. But it's impossible, isn't it? We're not going to have the funding to be able to put undersoil heating into all these pitches. Yes, it's all okay when the games are played at the main stadiums, but still, there's not as many of them are they, anymore? So, but yeah, it's something that needs to be looked at. But I agree with Jonas, as I tend to agree with Jonas about most things, if I'm honest. You know, I don't think it's a priority right at the time. I think there's other things that we could be focusing on in terms of women's football. And yeah, that's what we really need to be doing. So, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This game tonight, obviously, is going ahead. They looked after the pitch well. The temperature is slightly warmer tonight than it was at the weekend. Slightly, it's about 3 degrees in Boreham Wood, so it's not exactly Barbados as of course Emma Hayes mentioned, didn't she, the other night? But anyway, even so, the pitch is going to be fine. and it should be an exciting cup tie. This, of course, the big thing for us tonight is, of course, Jordan Nobbs returning back to Meadow Park just a couple of weeks or so after she moved on to Aston Villa. A very quick return for her for this game, and she's starting in midfield, so I'm sure she's going to be up for this game. Arsenal playing Leah Williamson in midfield tonight, which is a slight, not necessarily a surprise. She's played in midfield, hasn't she, a couple of games recently anyway, as she worked her way back to fitness, and it does give Lotta Woober-Meyer, of course, another opportunity to get some minutes in her legs as well. She didn't, of course, play in the recent game against Chelsea. Noel Moritz is in at right back as well. So, it is mainly the defence where we've made the changes. Goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo, the Canadian, looking forward to seeing her tonight, what she can bring to this team as well. And I say, we've got Victoria Pelova and Katerina Cole both on the bench again as well. Hopefully we may well see them as well later on. Aston Villa don't have many options on the bench today. They've got four girls out of their academy on the bench for them tonight. So they're going to have to rely on their starting 11. Of course, Rachel Corsie tonight, the Aston Villa captain, could set an unusual record for the WSL in the fact that if she scores an own goal tonight, that'll be 3 games in a row she scored an own goal against for Arsenal against Aston Villa, which would be quite unusual, wouldn't it? But for her sake, she doesn't do that. We score our own goals tonight, but it's just an unusual stat, isn't it? Because she did score an own goal, of course, last time Aston Villa visited Meadow Park in May, a 7-0 victory for Arsenal that day. And of course, just before Christmas at Villa Park, Arsenal won 4-1, and Rachel Corsie did score an own goal in that game as well. Robert's in the chat. Good evening, Robert. He said, I agree with the manager. Underground heating should not be prioritised. Just get hairdryer out. Girls' eyes gone. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously we don't want games postponed and we don't want games cancelled because it leads to fixture congestion and all this kind of stuff as well, doesn't it? So it's something that they need to work on, but let's hope that it doesn't cause too many problems. Bearing in mind, we're getting towards the end of January now. By the time another month into March, and then it's it's spring, and we probably won't have these problems, will we, until next winter? So we've got time to think about what we're going to do for next season. But yeah, I don't think we need to panic yet, do we? And throw all the funding at undersoil heating when there are other priorities, maybe. And maybe the TV can help as well, can't they? Herman's in the chat as well. He says, "Hey, Rich. Hello, Herman. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Looking forward to the game, I'm sure." If you are new to the channel here, please consider subscribing. It's free. Just click on the button down in the bottom there. And if you are enjoying the coverage that we bring you tonight, please give us a like as well. All those little things, they do help the channel. So that would be really, really much appreciated. Coming up, of course, on the channel tomorrow, we've got the Arsenal Women's Weekly. Slightly earlier time at 6:30, of course, because the men's game's on at 8 o'clock. So we will be bringing you that show at 6:30. We're going to be looking back on this game. We're going to talk about the postponement of the Brighton game, of course, and we're going to look ahead to the weekend game against Leeds in the FA Cup, which is on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Another game that we'll bring you here on the channel. That's from Meadow Park. So loads coming up over the next few days as we head into the weekend. And of course, tomorrow night as well, we've got to watch along at the Manchester City against Arsenal game in the FA Cup, the men's game, because we do cover the men and the women on this channel. So if any of that sounds like something you might enjoy, please consider subscribing. I say give us a like as well. Why not? It's all free and it's all fun. And it's good to have you on board with us. Herman says, "Yeah, I'm good stuff, mate. I'm glad to hear it." Yeah, looking forward to the game. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting game. Of course, it was at this stage last season, wasn't it, that we did get knocked out at Meadow Park against Manchester United. And we don't want to do that again. I mean, it's still a strong Arsenal team. There's only 4 changes, actually. I was maybe thinking there might have been a few more. Leah Walsh is out of the squad completely, having a rest. I say Laura Wainwright, Steph Catley, and Manu Zinsberger have also been moved down to the bench. But, it's brought some players in that are good quality players and giving them game time as well. And I say, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Sabrina D'Angelo does tonight, of course, in goal, her first appearance for us. She's a very good goalkeeper. I'm sure she's going to be really good player for us going forward. And we've got El Nino there in the chat says Arsenal is small club. Well, Arsenal's not a small club, are they? They're a very big club. The most successful team in women's football history in England. So hardly a small club, are they? That nice little European Cup that we won as well, which nobody else has managed, have they? So I'm not sure what you would call a big club then. If Arsenal are a small club, you'd have to let us know. Herman says someone said the Pelova only makes 23k salary. Is that right? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. The women's players' salaries aren't as well publicised, are they, as a men's player? So I'm not really sure. I wouldn't really want to say if that's true or not, to be honest with you. But I know that the women's players don't earn anywhere near as much as the men's players. Some of the very, very top players do. I'm sure Viv Mead and Beth Mead are probably on more than 23,000. Let's be honest. But some of the other players, I'm not sure. I really don't know. And I don't think we should focus too much on that. Yes, what's going to happen is there's more money in women's football now with Sky. So obviously the wages that the players get are going to increase over the next few years, and it's going to be fine. But yeah, I mean, I think too much is made maybe sometimes of what the players get paid. They're all professional, aren't they? They're going to get paid a decent wage, I'm sure, and hopefully, I say it'll come a lot more in line with a lot more in line with the men's game. It'll always be behind. Of course it will. Women are never going to get paid the same as men in football, are they? Because the men's game brings in a lot more revenue. But women's football's getting there, and it's great to see, isn't it? And we do enjoy that. Janet's in the chat. How you doing? She says, hello, my favourite TV face. Oh, good to see you. Hope you're well. And we got the magnificent Jafar as well. Hope you're well, my friend. He says, hey, Richard, hope you and your family are doing well. Yeah, we're fine. Thank you very much for tuning in again. Herbert says, the great thing is the women's game is expanding. Exactly. And that's the point, isn't it? It's getting bigger. It's getting better. It's getting more coverage. And it's what we want. We've waited a long time for this. Jafar says there, the lineup. Yeah, I can put the lineup on for you. I did have it on earlier. Our lineup's like this. We've made 4 changes to the team that played on against Chelsea. So D'Angelo makes her debut. Moritz, Woober, Moy, Sousa and McCabe is the back 4. Little, Marnham and Williamson in midfield for a change. And Hurtig, Black, Stenius and Ford are the attack. And obviously the Aston Villa side, Hampton Daly, Malin, Corsey, Pacheta, Blinkild, Darley. Of course, it's Jordan Nobbs, Lehman, Gilnick and Hansen. So they are your lineups for this game. And I'm sure it's going to be a very, very good game. Herman says, well, this person was wrong on all the salaries. Well, yeah, I mean, I won't worry too much about the salaries, if I'm honest. We don't need to think too much about that. Anyway, the teams are out, off and on the pitch. Arsenal, of course, in their home kit, red shirts, white sleeves, of course, white shorts and red socks. Aston Villa, I haven't seen what colour Aston Villa are in. They had some tracksuits on. Anyway, we'll find out what colour Aston Villa are in very, very shortly. But Arsenal say in the normal home kit, just having their photos taken. In fact, Aston Villa look like they're all in black for this game tonight at Meadow Park. They did lose 7-0 on their last visit here, which was, of course, back in May, a game that we were at for you. I hope you enjoyed the vlog we did that day. 7-0, a great game that was. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit tighter today. Aston Villa have made some good signings, haven't they? Of course, including Jordan Nobbs. We're so looking forward to seeing her. They did a special little thing for her before the game as well out on the pitch. But let's hope that all the kind of friendliness goes for 90 minutes. We want to get through, don't we? We want to make it to the semi-final and try and win this competition. Jafar says there, why play Leah in the midfield, whereas we have Krul? Yeah, I mean, we don't know yet. Cool, sorry. We don't know how fit Krul is yet to start a game, do we? So, I'm not too disappointed with the lineup. It's a great lineup, and I'm sure we'll see Krul and Palova later on in the game. They're going to maybe bring him in a little bit more gradually, I think, as time goes on, perhaps. But anyway, we are very, very shortly about to get off and underway. Aston Villa are all in black, and I say Arsenal in their traditional home kit. It looks as though Arsenal will be attacking the goal to our right in this first half, which is, of course, the South Bank, or the South Stand, if you like, at Meadow Park. For those of you that know the stadium, the 2 captains there, the two Scots, actually, the 2 captains there, of course, Kim Little for Arsenal and Rachel Corsey for Aston Villa, trying to avoid scoring an own goal in this fixture for the 3rd time in a row, which would be quite unusual. Mina says, is Leah right back? No, Noel Moritz is right back. Leah's in midfield. Yeah, I mean, obviously she's played in midfield for England. She played in midfield for us, actually, a couple of games. It's good to see Lena Hurtig get another start as well. She played really well against Chelsea, I thought. So it's good to see her back in the starting lineup again. And hopefully she can find her shooting boots tonight, because against Chelsea she had some good chances, didn't she? It's going to be Arsenal to kick off, attacking the goal to her right, as I say, the South Stand at Meadow Park. It's going to be Stina Black-Stenius to get us off and underway very, very shortly in this quarter-final of the Continental Cup, a competition we haven't won since, is it 2018, wasn't it, the last time we won this competition? We beat Manchester City, of course, in the final. We will be playing Manchester City in the semi-final this time, should we get through tonight, but I'm sure Jordan Nobbs is going to do her best to try to ensure that that doesn't happen. Jeffar says there, Richard, did you see FC Barcelona winning run? It's crazy, 50 straight wins. Yeah, but they're not as good as us, are they? Let's be honest. Mina says, love Barca. Yeah, but they're not as good as Arsenal, are they? Anyway, we are off and underway. Leah Williamson in possession for Arsenal, spreads it square to Lotta Wubben-Moy, and it comes out to this near side. Arsenal's right, Noel Moritz. She's just put under a little bit of pressure there from Kirsty Hansen, who scored that goal for Villa at Villa Park. The first goal Aston Villa scored against Arsenal in the WSL, that was. It was Kirsty Hansen on loan, of course, from Manchester United. Anna Patton, of course, is on loan at Villa from Arsenal. She can't, of course, play in this game due to the loan rules. Anyway, we've got a throw on this near side, midway inside at the Aston Villa half. It's going to be Noel Moritz to take it. A rare start for her at right back this season because Laura Wainwright is playing so well, isn't she? But she's got a chance tonight, Noel Moritz, and we know she's never going to let us down, and I'm sure she'll do fine. Anyway, Pichetto there plays the ball back to Hannah Hampson. Oh, put a little bit of pressure there from Stina, and she's had to put it out for a throw on this near side again. This is in line with a penalty. Lena Hurtig takes it quickly, gets it back from Frida Marnham, but it went back off Lena Hurtig, and in the end, it's gone out for a throw to Aston Villa. But a decent start from Arsenal. And just says, win, win, win. Of course, we want to win. Mina says, do you stream the match? Unfortunately not. I would get shut down, I'm afraid, due to copyright laws. But we'll bring you all the action, so don't worry. Frida Marnham now has got clear down this near side. Frida Marnham inside the penalty. Pulls it back to the 6-yard box. Stina couldn't quite get there. Caitlin Ford. It's bounced off, hit her arm. The big chance there was Stina Black-Stenius. It was a good run down this near side. Arsenal's right. It was Frida Marnham. Got into the penalty area. Got to the byline. Pulled it back. Just didn't quite sit up right for Stina. She couldn't quite get a shot away. And in the end, the ball came back to Caitlin Ford. But it bounced up and hit her on the arm. It's a free kick to Aston Villa, which goalkeeper Hannah Hampton has taken. Mandy says, where can I see the match? It's on the IFA player. I'm not sure whereabouts in the world you are, whether you'll be able to watch it, but that's where it's being played. That's where it's on. But stay with us anyway. We'll keep you updated with every single kick. Herman says Iwabochi is out on loan to Chelsea. It's Tottenham. She's gone to Tottenham. She played last night. And Angie said, let's go indeed. Let's go. And we are going as well. We started well, Arsenal. Lots of move, and why Aston Villa have not really had a kick yet. It's with Rafaela Souza over on that far side. Finds Katie McCabe. Plays the ball forward up. That's a good ball to Frida Marnham. This time she's over on the left-hand side. Again, she gets past her player there. Good play from Frida Marnham again. In great form, of course, the Norwegian, as we know. Caitlin Ford now coming forward over on that far side. Finds Frida Marnham again. Can she get a cross in? She's done well, Frida Marnham, inside the area. In fact, the flag's gone up. She's offside. And that wouldn't have counted anyway. She managed to get the ball in. Terry says, good evening, Richard. How you doing? And all in the chat, hit that thumbs up button to show your appreciation for this great channel. Thank you very much, Terry. He says, come on, you Gunner girls, and welcome back, Jordan Nobbs. Yeah, welcome back, Jordan Nobbs, indeed. But we don't want her to win tonight, do we? And Andrew Mo says, hi, I'm Riley. Oh, you're Riley. Hello. Hi, Riley. How you doing? Good to see you. A long kick there from Hannah Hampton from that free kick into the Arsenal half, but Arsenal again win the ball. Katie McCabe heads it on. It does find Stina Black-Stenius. Now, Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Arsenal's left. And it's just gone out for a throw to Arsenal. We've played 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes. It's still Arsenal nil, Aston Villa nil. And Arsenal have had all the possession. Haven't really created a clear-cut opportunity yet. The best one was a ball there that played and almost got to Stina Black-Stenius, but she wasn't quite able to get the ball under control, and the chance went. Anyway, Caitlin Ford had a good start to this game over on that far side, wins the ball, but Rachel Daly nipped in there. And now it's going to be cleared away by Sarah Mailing over on that far side. And it's another throw to Arsenal, piling on the pressure in these early stages. Get that says, I missed my girls. Yeah, well, they're back in action tonight, and it's good. We're playing well so far. And says, strange to see Jordan play on the opposite side. Yeah, it is. She hasn't had a kick yet, actually. But of course, she knows this pitch very, very well. Of course, it was against Aston Villa last season here, wasn't it? When she picked up that injury, which kept her out of the Euros, unfortunately, wasn't it? But anyway, hopefully she'll be fit now. Get some games at Aston Villa, and she may well play in the World Cup next summer, which would be fantastic for her. I wouldn't have missed the last 2 tournaments because of injury. Let's hope she can keep herself fit and healthy as the season progresses. Obviously, we wish her well. Just not for tonight, that's all. It's over on that far side now. Frida Marnham, lovely layoff there to Caitlin Ford. Plays the ball forward, looking for Stina, but it wasn't a great ball, actually. It was well cut out there by Sarah Mailing, I think it was. And now Aston Villa are coming forward over on that far side. Leisha Lehman, but it's cut out well. And Arsenal coming forward now. Caitlin Ford just overran that slightly, and it allowed Sarah Malin to nip in. And Villa now have picked up possession again. It says, where is Gio today? I'm not sure. She's not on the bench either. I'm not sure why she's not there. Obviously, Leah Vault is not in the squad either. I'm not sure about Gio. Or maybe she was cup tired because she probably played for Everton in this competition. I think that's perhaps where she is thinking about it, because she was on loan at Everton. So I'm guessing that yeah, she'd be cup tied, unfortunately. So no Gio tonight, but hopefully she can play on Sunday in the FA Cup, of course, against Leeds, which is another game that another cup game that we want to try and win and make progress in all competitions this season, don't we? We've got a good enough squad to do that. Anyway, Villa now coming forward for the first time. That's a long ball over the top, but Noel Moritz is going to get there first and plays it back to Lotta Woburn-Moy. Put on a little bit of pressure there from Kirsty Hansen, but she manages to get the ball back to Noel Moritz, plays it into midfield. Leah Williamson just pops it off to Kim Little, but Kim Little's just robbed of possession now by Jordan Nobbs. Of course, the two former teammates, but Arsenal do pick up possession again now. Leah Williamson can come forward again, just turns away from Jordan Nobbs, plays the ball into the centre circle. This is good play from Frida Minham. She's had a really good start to this game, Frida Minham, looking really sharp and lively. Finds Noel Moritz, plays the ball forward to Lena Hurtig on this near side, Arsenal's right. She's put under pressure there from Pechetto, who does well defensively, but Lena Hurtig still in possession, plays the ball into the box now. It comes to Stina Blackstone. It's across to the far post, looking for Caitlin Ford, headed away by Rachel Daly, who's playing right back for Aston Villa tonight. That ball's played over to the far side again to Caitlin Ford. Good control from her, running at Rachel Daly. Gets into the penalty area, plays it back to Katie McCabe. Tries to get past Alicia Lehman. Was she fouled there? Referee says no. In fact, referee's given a free kick the other way. It's a free kick to Aston Villa. That was good defending, actually, from Lehman. Not maybe always known for her defensive qualities, but she did well there. And just says Netherlands for the win and the USA. Well, I think England might do well in the World Cup. Yeah, we've got a very good team. European champions, of course. A long way to wait for that World Cup, of course. Got a lot of football to be played in the WSL and the Champions League and the other cup competitions. Anyway, Kim Little now in possession for Arsenal. Plays it to this near side. Lena Hurtig does really, really well again. She's had a good start to this game. The Swede lays the ball off to Noel Moritz. Arsenal in complete control. We played 7 minutes. It is still Arsenal nil, Aston Villa nil. It's been a great start. We've got Sergey there. Where can I watch, please? It's on the FA Player in England. I don't know where in the world you are. I'm not really sure. But don't worry if you can't watch it. Just stay with us. We will keep you updated. You won't miss anything here. Daniel says the same. Where can I watch the game? It's on the FA Player. Other than that, I'm not really sure. But stay with us. We will keep you updated everything that's happening. And also coming forward again, that's a long ball forward up this right-hand side, looking for Kim Little. It was good defensive cover there from Rachel Corsi. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal on this near side. Noel Moritz again. It's in line with the Aston Villa penalty area. Throws it up the line, looking for Lena Hurtig, but it's headed out by Kirsty Hansen doing her defensive duties. The Aston Villa forward on loan, of course, from Manchester United. Arsenal got another throw right next to the corner flag on this near side. Arsenal's right. We've played 8 minutes. Arsenal nil, Aston Villa nil. It is still in this game. It's a throw to Arsenal. Noel Moritz is going to take it right in from that corner flag on this near side. Finds Frida Minham. A lovely turn away from her. Shot across the box. Oh, it's just curled wide at a far post. Frida Minham has been absolutely brilliant in the early stages of this game. Very, very close there to her 9th goal of the season. Just curled that shot wide from the edge of the box. Robert says there, hi, Rich. Eddie, my friend, hope you well. I don't know if that was actually meant to be a ball in for Stina, but it went just past the far post. Where can I watch the game? I say it's on the FA Player. Unfortunately, I can't stream the game for you to see due to copyright issues. I'll get the channel shut down, but stay with us. We'll give you all the action that's going on. Rachel Corsi there. Aston Villa trying to play out from the back. Almost getting in trouble there. Caitlin Ford was almost in, but the ball was played up and cleared away in the end by Sarah Malin. But Arsenal won a throw again. They're doing everything at 100 mile an hour in this game. Arsenal look determined to win and get through to the semi-final. We've played nearly 9.5 minutes. It is Arsenal nil, Aston Villa nil. Jordan Nobbs now in possession for Aston Villa. Mina says there it's only available in England. All right, okay. Aya says there on the Arsenal. Yeah, it might be on the Arsenal app. I'm not sure actually. Possibly might be. Yeah. Anyway, if you do watch it, stay with us as well because It's good to have you on board. Arsenal now pick the ball up in midfield with Leah Williamson, plays it up this near side to Noel Moritz, and she goes back to goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo. This may well be her first touch in an Arsenal shirt, 10 minutes into her debut, the Canadian, and she just lays a simple ball off to Lotta Wooben-Moy, plays it up this near side for Lena Hurtig. That's a good touch, plays it into Leah Williamson, playing a slightly further advanced role, of course, this evening in midfield, but she wasn't able to get hold of that ball, and it's run all the way through to Aston Villa's Hannah Hampton. Is, of course, as we know, a very good young goalkeeper, isn't she, Hannah? Anyway, Aston Villa trying to come forward up this near side. Kirsty Hansen does well, but Leah Williamson pinches the ball, and now it's with Kim Little. Got a little bit of space to run into ahead of her. She's now looking for some support over on that far side. Plays the ball into the box to Caitlin Fall. She turned away briefly there from the defender, but in the end wasn't able to get a shot away, and Aston Villa have picked up possession. It's now back with Hannah Hampton, plays it square to Kenza Darley, pings the ball up this near side. That's a really good ball if Kirsty Hansen can keep it in, but she can't. Mark C says there, mailing Lehman, Prashetta fan club, Northampton here, come on Villa. Villa got a very good team, haven't they? They've made some really good signings in the last couple of years, haven't they? And, you know, I think Kenza Darley's a great player as well. And of course, Jordan Nobbs, as we know very well. Really hoping that she has a great time at Aston Villa. And they've certainly been playing well, haven't they, lately? Anyway, Villa now in possession, trying to come forward really for the first time. Jordan Nobbs inside at the centre circle, lays the ball off to Sarah Malin, and now it's back with Rachel Coulsey. Goes back to her goalkeeper, Hannah Hampton. We've played 11 and a half minutes. There still hasn't really been a clear-cut opportunity for Arsenal, despite all the possession and pressure that we've had. One or two nearly moments, I suppose you could say, but nothing too clear-cut. And Aston Villa haven't really got into Arsenal's half yet, and they won't now either. Well, actually, they might do now. Jordan Nobbs a little bit of space inside at the centre circle, plays it out to the far side. That's a good ball for Alicia Lehman. She's trying to run at Katie McCabe. Instead, she lays it off to Rachel Daly on that far side. Daly's cross towards the penalty spot. Shot comes in from Kirsty Hansen, but it's gone high and wide. But that was Aston Villa's first moment there on the attack there. It was a good move, actually. Lehman laid the ball outside her to Rachel Daly, who's playing right back on the overlap, whipped a good cross in towards the penalty spot, and Kirsty Hansen at full stretch couldn't keep the shot down. But that was their first real attack there from Aston Villa, actually, which was good. We've got Lossie there says, hey, come on Arsenal women, indeed. Come on Arsenal women, that's what we want to see. And Annalise says, does anyone know where I can watch the game? It's on FA Player in the UK. And we've got the same question again. Yeah, that's where it is, on the FA Player in England. I don't know where in the world you are, but stay with us. We'll keep you updated. Don't worry. We do give some great coverage here of the game. We've got another Aston Villa fan in. Carl says, come on Villa. Oh, we've got a few Villa fans in. So far, it's been all Arsenal, though, the first 13 minutes here. And Stina Blackstenius picks the ball up and lays it off to Noel Moritz into midfield to Leah Williamson. Plays it forward into Frida Minor, lays it off to Kim Little. Kim Little on the edge of the box. Can she get a shot away now? She finds Lena Hurtig inside the Villa penalty. Tries a shot, but it's straight at Hannah Hampton. And that's her first shot on target, actually, there from Lena Hurtig. She did well, cut back inside onto her left foot. But the shot there was far too close to goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. And she was easily able to save it without too many problems. But that's the first shot on target. Tom's in the chat. How you doing, Tom? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. And Carl says there, I think we'll smash them. Well, I don't know. We'll see, won't we? So far, Aston Villa have just been, it's been sort of putting out fires at the moment, hasn't it, for Aston Villa? Defensively, they've not managed to really string together too many attacks, just that one a few moments ago. But Aston Villa have got some quality in their team, so they certainly will pose a threat. We've played 14 minutes, it is still 0-0, and Arsenal have been much the better team in terms of possession, but nothing real clear-cut as yet has been created, but still very early on in this game, of course. Kim Little does really well there, turns away from a couple of challenges, lays the ball off to Leah Williamson. Getnet says 3-1 as a score. But yeah, put your score predictions in. It's still 0-0, so why not put your score predictions in? I think Arsenal will win. I'm going to go, what will I go? 3-0 I'm going to go. Herman says, I think in the UK you can buy the game either single or series. I'm not sure if you can buy it. you may have to pay on Arsenal website to watch. I'm not sure. Anyway, Aston Villa are coming forward now. Just as we were talking about that, it's Pichetto down his near side, but the ball played in to Kenzadali. It was, but in the end, it was easily dealt with by the Arsenal defence. And now Arsenal got the opportunity to come forward over on that far side. Katie McCabe's done really well. Finds Caitlin Ford on Arsenal's left flank. Cuts into the penalty. Caitlin Ford gets a shot away. It's deflected off Rachel Daly. It's headed away, but not very convincingly actually by Pichetto. And now Villa can come forward with Kirsty Hansen on this near side. She's having a good start to the game, actually, for Aston Villa, Kirsty Hansen. She's a very, very good player, as we know. B says you don't have to be in England for the FA player. I'm watching in the US. Oh, well, there you go. I don't know if you might need a VPN. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you are watching in America or anywhere else in the world, please stay with us as well. And B says what is Nobbs Aston Villa number? She's number 88, because I don't think number 8 was free, because Rachel Daly's got it. Cross comes in from Frida Martin towards the far post, looking for Caitlin Ford, just too high for the Australian. And now Alicia Lehman over on that far side has picked the ball up, tidies the ball up, and Rachel Daly clears it away. It's headed on there by number 9, who is, I don't know who that was. Anyway, Rafaela Souza coming forward now, tries a shot, but it's a comfortable save again for Hannah Hampson at the near post. We've played 16 minutes. It is still 0-0. Arsenal are much the better team. Good run forward that from Rafaela Souza. She saw a space, she ran into it, and then from about, 20 yards, just the edge of the penalty. I don't know if that was meant to be a cross, actually, or a shot. But it was too close to the goalkeeper. Carl says Aston Villa are amazing. Well, they're a decent side these days. They are. They've got some very good players. That's not quite at the level yet, are they, to really try to compete for the Champions League spots? But I'm sure they'll get there in a couple of years' time if they keep building the way that they are. Anyway, Arsenal in possession again, as they have been for most of this game. Lotta Woober-Moy plays it square to Rafaela Souza, pings it out to that far side. Arsenal's left, finds Caitlin Ford, little bit of time in possession, plays it out to Katie McCabe over on that far side. Little bit of time there. Katie McCabe plays it back to Rafaela Souza. It's all Arsenal at the moment. Lotta Woober-Moy touches it off to Leah Williamson. Tries to play the ball forward, but it's cut out well by Kirsty Hansen. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal, which Leah Williamson is going to take on this near side. Plays it back to Rafaela Souza. Putting a bit of pressure there, actually, inside the area there. But it was Gilnick, actually. But it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal over on the far side. Katie McCabe touches it off to Kim Little. Kim Little plays it back to Rafaela Souza. It's all Arsenal at the moment. B says they're rooting for Arsenal, but I hope Nobbs scores. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice for Jordan Nobbs to score, wouldn't it? On a return. As long as Arsenal win, then that's the main thing, isn't it? It is Arsenal coming forward again. Lena Hurtig coming off this right-hand side, plays the ball square to Katie McCabe, plays it off to Rafaela Souza, plays out the far side. This is good play from Arsenal. Nice, patient build-up. And then the ball goes at square to Lotta Woober-Moy, now square again to Rafaela Souza. A little bit of space to come forward. Plays the ball in to Caitlin Ford. Nice touch off over on that far side to Katie McCabe. Touches it in to Stina. Gets it back again. Katie McCabe. This is good from Arsenal. Ball across the 6-yard box. Cut out actually at the near post by Rachel Daly. Or Frida Martin would have had an opportunity there to get a shot at goal inside the 6-yard box. But Aston Villa did manage to defend it. It was a good move from Arsenal over on that far side. Well, we've got the ball again with Caitlin Ford. She's going to have a run at Alicia Lehman. Caitlin Ford, can she get the cross in? Comes off Lehman, comes back to Caitlin Ford. Plays it inside to Kim Little inside the area. Kim Little gets to the byline, cross right across the goal. Nobody there to touch it in. And in the end, it is Aston Villa can bring the ball away. But that was, again, a real dangerous play there. It was Kim Little did really well that time down that far side. Got a lovely cross in over the goalkeeper, across the 6-yard box. So no Arsenal player was there. And there's actually an injury now to an Aston Villa player inside the penalty over on that far side. Got a feeling it might be Rachel Daly, actually, who's gone down. And the referee's come over just to see if she is going to be okay. It is indeed Rachel Daly. He's going to have some treatment now on the pitch. Cole says, who will win the league in the men's? Well, Arsenal, of course, obviously. Don't worry about that. It's a done deal, isn't it? 50 points we've got. So, yeah, I'm sure we can we'll win the league, but we'll see. Hopefully the women can win the WSL as well. That'd be a nice little double, won't it? It's been a long time since the men and the women both won their respective divisions. 2004, I think, was the last time. But that's, of course, the last time the men have won the league at all, isn't it? So, yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be a good way to finish the season. But obviously we'll have to see. I'm pretty sure Chelsea will have something to say about it. And Manchester United as well, actually, who are playing really well. B says there's not another icy pitch. No, the pitch is fine. The temperature's sort of warmed up slightly since the weekend. So the pitch is absolutely fine. Getting it says there we need Russo. Well, Russo would be amazing, let's be honest. She would be fantastic. I'm not sure if we'll get Alicia Russo, if I'm honest. But who knows? We may well do. But yeah, that would be an amazing signing, wouldn't it? But you know, we've got a very good squad. I still think we need one more player this window to come in, and that may be what we need to get us over the line. But it looks like Rachel Daly's had to go off temporarily following that treatment, but I'm sure she's going to be okay to come back on again. Anyway, it is a throw on this near side to Aston Villa as we resume the game. Pichetto it was that took that, and she's lost out to Lena Hurtig, who's playing well in this game. Lena Hurtig does really well there. Finds Leah Williamson. A little bit of space in midfield for the Lionesses. Captain, of course, lifted that trophy in a great summer of football that was. Arsenal go forward again. Katie McCabe just loses out. In fact, she was fouled by Jordan Nobbs. Those two, of course, know each other really well as well, don't they? Well, obviously, Jordan Nobbs knows them all, doesn't she? It was only 2 weeks ago that she left after all those years at Arsenal. What a fantastic player she's been for the club. Absolute legend. And it is strange seeing her playing for the other team tonight, isn't it? It's definitely strange. But anyway, Rachel Daly is okay. She's back on. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal midway inside the Aston Villa half. Just slightly over to that far side, the left-hand side. Katie McCabe and Frida Marnham are both over this set piece. Needs to sort of go into the penalty area, really, doesn't it? And I'm sure if we do that, it could be dangerous. Katie McCabe whips it in towards the penalty spot. Actually headed away well by Rachel Corsi, but Arsenal picked the loose ball up again. Lotta Woober-Moy still far forward, but in fact she was offside. It is going to be a free kick to Aston Villa. We've got S77 official says Arsenal women will not win any trophy with Jonas Isaac. Oh, I think that's a bit harsh. I think Arsenal may well win a trophy this year or two. We've got Archduke of Austria. Good evening. And yourself, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And Herman says, I heard that Russo is actually an Arsenal fan. Yeah, she's an Arsenal fan, yeah. I think her family are as well, because she's from down south somewhere, isn't she? Kent or somewhere, Maidstone, I think. Yeah, she's an Arsenal fan. I'm sure she'd love to play for Arsenal, but it's not quite as simple as that, is it? Unfortunately. Or we'd all play for the team we supported, wouldn't we? It doesn't always work. But yeah, hopefully Arsenal can get that done. It would be great to have her. But Aston Villa now got a free kick, actually, in the Arsenal half, midway inside the Arsenal half. This could be their first real opportunity to get a good delivery into the box. This is on the near side there, left. It looks like it's going to be Pasheka to put this ball in, or possibly Kenza Darley, who we know has got a very good delivery as well. Terry says, must admit, Nobbs, Defo looks better in red and white. Well, of course he does. Everyone looks better in red and white. And Maddie says, it's weird without Jordan in our midfield. Yeah, it's weird seeing her play for another team, isn't it? And Get It says, Arsenal women win the WSL. Yeah, I'm sure they will. We'll just watch this free kick. Actually comes in from Darley, headed out well there by Caitlin Ford, I think it was. But Aston Villa do pick up possession again with Sarah Malin. Plays out to that far side. Aston Villa now coming forward again, looking quite dangerous here. Jordan Nobbs lays that ball off. Comes back to Lehman, plays it inside to Kenza Darley. Chips the ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. But Sabrina D'Angelo, I haven't mentioned her much on her debut so far, came out and collected that. We're at number 14, actually, which is a strange number for a goalkeeper, isn't it? But anyway, it's her number, and that we don't mind if she wants to wear it, do we? Herman says, will I come down to London and sign her up? Yeah, you do that. Yeah, you sign her up, Herman. That'd be great. And bring her to Arsenal. That'd be really good. And Arsenal coming forward again over on this near side. It's going to be Noel Moritz. Actually, can she get across in towards the near post? She does. Stina flicks it towards the goal. Oh, it hits a defender and it's cleared away. That was good play again from Arsenal. B says Jonas is driving great shooters away, but we have done a great job under his coaching too. Yeah, we have. We've done a really good job. It's only his second season. We missed out by 1 point last year. Reached the quarterfinals of the Champions League, semi-finals of the FA Cup. It wasn't a bad season, was it? And this season, we look as though we've improved. We've improved the squad. We've improved the team. We've improved the way that we play. So, yeah, he's doing a good job. And I say one more sign in this window could be really important. Lena Hurtig, of course, one of Jonas's signings here, doing well tonight. Finds Noel Moritz on this right-hand side. She's done well. Tried to find Frida Marnham, but that ball was cut out. And now Aston Villa can come forward themselves with Blinkilder. Laura Blinkilder there, but she's fouled. It's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa, which Rachel Coulsey takes quickly, lays it off to Kenza Darley, who makes everything tick for Aston Villa in that midfield, doesn't she? That's a poor ball in, though, from Rachel Daly on that far side. Is she actually fit? I'm not sure if she is. She may well have to go off, Rachel Daly. And Arsenal again pressing high up the pitch in midfield, looking to try and win the ball back. And we have done, have we ever on that far side? No, not quite. Rachel Daly just manages to get that away from Caitlin Ford, turns away from the Australian and plays the ball up the line. But there's no Aston Villa player there. Alicia Lehman's not going to get there. And Rafaela Souza plays it back to D'Angelo. It's a long clearance from her. Good clearance, actually. Caitlin Ford does really well. Lays it off to Katie McKay. Plays it up the line to Stina Blackstenius on halfway. Drills a ball forward. It's all looking for the runner of Lena Hurtig. Couldn't quite get on the end of it there. Good covering by Pacheco for Aston Villa. And they pick up possession again at the visitors. We have played 26 minutes here at Meadow Park. Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 0. That's a strange clearance from Hannah Hampton. And it is Lena Hurtig wins ahead of it. Jordan Nobbs picks the ball up in midfield. Plays up this near side. Looking for Kirsty Hansen, but it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Terry says, I fancy Astina double tonight. Really hope so. It's worth 20 quid. Is it? Oh, well. Surprised it's not worth a bit more than that. But anyway, we haven't really had a clear-cut opportunity to score yet, have we? But anyway, Kenza Darley turns away well there. Well done. Rafaela Souza steps in, but Aston Villa picked the ball up now and got it out to that far side to Alicia Lehman coming in from that right-hand side. That's a good ball. Looking for Jordan Nobbs there, but a great touch there from Kim Little. Aston Villa picked the ball up again with Jordan Nobbs over on that far side. Lays it back to Lehman again. Plays it square to Kenza Darley. This is good from Villa. This is their best spell maybe on that far side. Aston Villa's right. Plays the ball back instead to Sarah Mailing. And that's with Rachel Coulsey, the captain. Plays it forward. Looking for Kirsty Hansen. Lays it off. Gets it back again now. It does Coulsey. But that ball there in to Kirsty Hansen. Just ran away from her. And Arsenal pick it up again with Noel Moritz. Leah Williamson lays it off to Lena Hurtig. It's back now with Noel Moritz again, and now it's with D'Angelo. Oh, nice feet inside the penalty there from the Canadian. Gets a nice round of applause from the Arsenal fans behind the goal on the North Bank. Mina says, anyone know where I can watch it outside of England? I'm not really too sure. B says, FA player works in the US. Don't know about other countries. It doesn't work in Norway, doesn't it? Okay. Anyway, just stay with us. We'll keep you updated with everything that's going on, which so far has seen relentless Arsenal pressure, but no actual real chances from Arsenal so far. Robert says, very surprised we've not scored yet. Well, we haven't really had one or two good chances, have we? Matt's in the chat. Mate, good to see my friend. He says, FA player is playing up. Come to say hello and keep updated with the game. Is it playing up? Is it? Okay. Archduke of Austria says Villa improved after the winter break. Yeah, they've made some good signings, haven't they? Leah Williams has done well over on this near side. Puts a cross in towards the near post. There's nobody there. It's going to be cleared away. It's a throw to Arsenal. Terry says confident from the goalkeeper. It was very confident. And Robert says it must be because our players are now in the Villa side. Well, one of them is. Not all of them. They've only got one of our players, haven't they? At this moment, but. Anyway, it is a throw to Arsenal in line with the Villa penalty area on this near side. Arsenal's right. Noel Moritz is going to take it. Just looking for a bit of movement ahead of her. She finds Frida Marnham. She's done well. Frida Marnham, can she get a shot away on the edge of the penalty area? Cuts inside. She's really good play. Oh, that's a great goal from Frida Marnham. She's been the best player in the game so far. And it's been rewarded for herself with a great goal there on the edge of the box. She took it round the player, cut back inside, and then fired a shot into the far corner. That is brilliant, brilliant stuff there from Frida Marnham. Across Hannah Hampton into the far corner, and it is. 1-0 to the Arsenal. We've played 29 minutes. A great goal that was as well. Really, really well taken. And B says, where did Iwabochi go again to Spurs? Yeah, it was Spurs on loan. Herman says it shows that a lot of people are interested in the Arsenal ladies. Of course they are, because women's football is fantastic. Matt says it might be working dodgy Wi-Fi. Yeah, mine seems to be working okay. Again, it says we need a squad. Terry says Frida. B says yay. Matt says hello to Terry. Get it says here we go. Great finish from Frida there, says Matt. And Frida says, Herman says there, wow, Frida Martin. A great goal from Frida. Really, really good goal. Nice feet on the edge of the box. Cut inside the defender and then fired a shot into the far corner. She has been the best player on the pitch so far. But now Aston Villa looking to come forward themselves. Ball out to that far side. Looking there, this is good play from Villa, looking to get back on level terms. A shot comes in there from Hanson, but it's straight at Sabrina D'Angelo at the near post. And a good save that was there from Kirsty Hanson. Did well there though. Barged Katie McCabe off the ball. Not many players do that today, but the shot lacked direction, and it was a comfortable save from our debut making goal. D'Angelo. Now Arsenal coming forward again on this near side. Stina Blackstenius lays it off to Leah Williamson. Plays it across to the far side. Katie McCabe pings the ball in. A lovely flick. Kim Little inside the box. Is it going to be 2-0? Oh, that's a good save from Hannah Hampton. Almost 2-0 there. Lovely ball played forward there, actually, from Katie McCabe into the path there of Kim Little. Actually, that was a nice little flick by Caitlin Ford into the path there of Kim Little. Actually, I think it might have been Frida Marnham with that flick. She's having a fantastic game, Frida Marnham. What a player she's been. What a season she's having. Fantastic. Terry says, how's your new job going, mate? I still have a place for you. I hope it's going well. You enjoy it. Yeah, no, it's going really well. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's been good so far. And hopefully that will continue. Anyway, the ball's played out to the far side for Aston Villa. Alicia Lehman having a little run at Katie McCabe. Tries to go in the outside. It's a good ball to the near post. Great hands again from goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo. She's looked very, very comfortable tonight so far. She hasn't a lot to do, but her handling's been good. She's looked confident. She even had a little trick out her sleeve, didn't she? But in the end, that was a comfortable save from the goalkeeper out at the near post. Loki says the FA player works in England, everyone else is on strike. Yeah, probably they are. Maybe, I don't know. It's working fine for me, the FA player. Herman says, I hope that Arsenal improve their app and make it easy to find what ladies are doing. I mean, there's a bit more stuff on there now from the ladies, to be fair, there is. But yeah, it could improve. It should improve to be better, really. And I'm sure they will do that, because it's definitely got to be worthwhile, hasn't it? Anyway, please give us a like if you're enjoying the show. And also, as well, if you are new here, why not consider subscribing as well? It is, so we cover the women, we cover the men, and all sorts of other stuff as well. So yeah, please get involved and join in. We've been part of the over and over and over again family. You know, we're a good little family here. We have a lot of fun and we enjoy all the football, particularly the Arsenal women as well. As I say, tonight has gone well so far. It's been a good performance from Arsenal. 33 minutes played. Arsenal 1, Aston Villa 0. A great goal from Frida Marnham, a 9th goal of the season. Brilliant, brilliant stuff from her. Anyway, we have now got possession again. Lotta Wooben-Moy plays it square to Noel Moritz. Plays it back again to Lotta Wooben-Moy inside at the centre circle. Pings it out to the far side to Rafaela Souza. Gets it back again. Aston Villa not really pressing us at all, giving us plenty of time. Lotta Wooben-Moy pings a lovely ball to this near side to Lena Hurtig as a run inside the penalty area. Oh, Frida Marnham tried to lay it off to her, but it didn't quite have enough legs on the ball there to get through back to Lena Hurtig. Villa can clear it away. And there's a foul there by Kim Little on Jordan Nobbs. She's had a couple of fouls on her, Jordan Nobbs. I think, you know, the friendships have been put to one side, haven't they, so far? Getting it says today's Caitlin's birthday. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it is Caitlin's birthday. Happy birthday to Caitlin Ford. Will she get a goal on her birthday? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Terry says, is there an early women's show tomorrow? Yeah, there is. 6:30, mate. It's tomorrow. We're doing it a little bit earlier because obviously the FA Cup game's on at 8 o'clock. So we're going to do about an hour of the women's show, looking back at this game, looking at the cancellations at the weekend, and previewing the FA Cup game against Leeds. So that is tomorrow, 6:30, and then we'll be almost straight into the watch-along, the Manchester City game, of course, which is going to be exciting, isn't it? Anyway, Aston Villa now are coming forward over on that far side. That was Blenkill there. Now it's with Lane. We've got a little bit of space. Can you get a crossing? She pulls it back to the edge of the box to Jordan Nobbs. Gets it back again. Layman. Rafaela Souza's come across there and just takes the ball off her. It's like taking candy from a baby there. Rafaela Souza just took the ball off Layman. But it's going to be a throw to Aston Villa over on that far side in front of the Arsenal bench. Archduke of Austria says, I've just checked, an FA player works in my country too. Oh, fine, brilliant. Okay. Well, it seems to work some places and maybe not others. Herman says there, also, when there are interviews, it's hard to hear the question. That has to be improved. Well, yeah, they don't always have the same sort of microphones and that today. Anyway, this is good play from Jordan Nobbs. It finds Alicia Layman, tries a shot. It's blocked by Williamson. The rebound comes back to the edge of the box to Kenza Dali. It was, and it's gone high and wide. That was better though from. That was much better from Aston Villa there actually. Herman says, "Happy birthday to indeed, happy birthday." Carl says, "Please a chat." Yeah, there you go, Carl. Carl Luton, the Aston Villa fan. Hope you're well, my friend. Terry says, "Good tackle from Rafa." It was a very good tackle. Get it says. How much longer a women's UEFA? Yeah, I mean, the Champions League starting up again, isn't it? In March, I think it is, the quarterfinal. I think the draw's coming up, isn't it, soon? Not quite sure exactly the date of it. I think it's in February, quarterfinals. See who we get. But I quite fancy our chances, I must be honest. Cole says, how are you watching it? On the FA Player. That's where the game's on. And... I'm not sure if it's on anywhere else. Anyway, we've got 9 minutes to play until half time. It is Arsenal 1, Aston Villa 0. It's been a very good Arsenal performance, it has to be said, a really good Arsenal performance. But Aston Villa now have got a throw over on that far side. Rachel Daly throws it in at 2. Kenza Dali. Bailey and Dali have linked up well, haven't they, for Aston Villa this season? Anyway, Aston Villa are coming forward again, but Rafaela Souza's there. Plays the ball back to the goalkeeper. D'Angelo kicks it long. But it's gone out. It's gone over the roof of the West Stand into the car park behind that stand there. We're going to have to get another ball. Hope it didn't hit anybody's car, but it didn't. It didn't go over with much force anyway, so it would have probably been okay. We've got Lossie in the chat there. Can you give me a shout out? Of course we can. Yeah, Lossie Jones, good to see you. Shout out to Lossie. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe as well. B says, where did that ball just go? It went into the car park behind the stand. Hopefully no one's car got damaged. Terry says, UEFA draws 10th of February. Yeah, I knew it was some point in the beginning of February. Carl says, how do you get FA play and what is it on? Just search it on Google. Yeah, just put in FA player and it'll come up, but you might have to log into it or make a little account with the FA player, but it'd be worth it if you want to watch the game. Because it is on there, so just put it in Google FA player. It should come up, and then I say you might have to create an account to be able to log in and watch it, but it is free, so you don't have to pay or anything. Anyway, Alicia Layman over on that far side for Aston Villa. This time, Katie McCabe comes out on top of that particular duel, and it's gone out for a throw to. Oh, so it looks like quite a decent crowd in actually tonight at Meadow Park, considering it's a Thursday night. It's cold, and it's a Continental Cup game as opposed to the WSL. But it looks like a decent crowd actually, which is good to see. A lot of people getting behind women's football this season, and of course getting behind the Arsenal women as well. And it's Frida Marham over on that far side. Well, she's having a great game, but she couldn't quite get past Rachel Daly on that occasion. And Villa now got an opportunity to come forward themselves actually, with Pacheco, and now it's with Dali, who's having a good game in midfield for Villa as usual. She's doing well actually there, running around in circles but keeping possession. Now she finds Rachel Corsi, and it goes all the way back to Hannah Hampton. Terry says, evening Lossie Jones and welcome indeed. Colonel's in the chat. How you doing, my friend? He says, I miss old chants at football like good old Arsenal. Yeah, I think we all do. It's changed now, isn't it, really? Plus, as well, of course, there's a lot of things that you can't maybe say that you used to be able to. But yeah, I miss the old style chants as well. Great stuff. I don't know if you watched the show last night. Melvin did. Arsenal Highbury Matter. Guess who just got a yellow card, by the way? I bet you can't guess. It's an Arsenal player. Who do you think it might be that's just picked up a yellow card? Again, it says there, where is Stina? And Stina's there. She's on. She's done okay so far. She's not really had too many opportunities. It was Katie McKay, by the way, that got a yellow card, just in case she wasn't sure. It's a standard practice these days, isn't it? If there's going to be a yellow card for an Arsenal player, it will be Katie McCabe. And she did just get one there. Well, that's good play by Pichetta on this near side. Nutmegged Lena Hertig, but Kim Little comes away with the ball. B says, definitely not McCabe. Well, definitely not McCabe, no. I mean, she never gets booked, does she? Terry says, Katie, 100% indeed, of course. Of course it was Katie McCabe. Who else would it be? Let's be honest. You know, Rafaela Souza over on that far side, plays the ball square to Lotta. Woober Moy lays it off to Leah Williamson, gets it back again. Woober Moy back to Leah Williamson inside the centre circle, finds Rafaela Souza. Leah Williamson again that steps in, turns and then plays the ball back. In fact, we seem to have maybe changed shape a little bit. I think Leah Williamson's actually dropped back into defence. And it looks like Rafaela Souza might have gone to sort of left back. Katie McKay's pushed on a little bit. That seems to be maybe what we've done. Just at this, I don't know whether this is a long-term thing. Not really sure. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Frida Marnham on this near side, a goal scorer. Can she get across in? She does towards the near post. Stina comes. It's going to fall. Kim Little. Oh, that's a great save. Hannah Hampton there. That is the save. One of the saves of the season, actually. Brilliant cross again from Frida Marnham. The ball got cleared away. It fell to Kim Little on the edge of the box. She pinged the first time volley in. It would have been a great goal, actually. And it was, whoa, that's a great save from Hannah Hampton there. Fantastic. Lossie says, knew it was her. Yeah, it had to be, didn't it? Arsenal have got a corner. Colonel says, I'm good, thanks. I float around on different channels while off now, so not always here, just busy working. No, that's fine, mate. You know, everybody moves around channels as long as as long as you enjoy what you do when you're here. Oh, that corner then was flapped at a bit by Hannah Hampton, actually. She just got a touch onto it. It's going to be another corner. We're into the last 3.5 minutes of the first half. It's been a dominant first half from Arsenal, and it looks as though it's going to be a first half that's going to end with Arsenal in front, which is good to see. Anyway, we've got another corner now. This time it's going to be on this near side, Arsenal's right. Katie McCabe's going to take this with her left foot. It's going to be an in-swinger, probably towards that near post. Can also get a second goal now, which would probably seal this point. It's flicked on at the near post, comes to Leah Williamson almost, but instead it's cleared away. Frida Marnham plays it back to Katie McCabe. Can she get another crossing with her left foot? She can towards the edge of 6 yards. Header comes in. Oh, it's a sitter from Woober Moy. She's put it over the bar. Oh, that was a bad miss there from Lotta Woober Moy. Brilliant cross from Katie McCabe from this near side of her left foot. And it fell to Lotta Woober Moy 6 yards out with a free header. She's got to hit the target there. She's put it over the top there, but big chance. And it's gone begging. That would have surely put Arsenal in complete control. Terry says it's good to see Lotta Woober Moy back in the side after the way she played first part of the season. Yeah, you're right. And she should have scored then, though, to be fair. Herman says, Kathy, I wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. I'm not quite sure what that was about. Anyway, Get It says, I miss Laura. Yeah, I think we all do tonight. But she's on the bench. She might come on a bit later. Who knows? But she's been playing really well, hasn't she, Laura? She's probably been our best player this season, actually, if we're totally honest. But anyway, Noel Moritz has come in, and Noel Moritz is always going to do a good job. We know how consistent she is. She's had a decent first half. Anyway, into the last 90 seconds of this first half, Caitlin Ford trying to get clear in midfield, loses the ball to Jordan Nobbs, but wins it back. And now Frida Marnham, who's definitely been the best player in this first half, and she gets forward again. Just couldn't quite get away from Rachel Daly, who's defended well. And now it's Kenza Darley in possession, plays it back to Sarah Mailing, and now it's square to Rachel Corsi. Still waiting for her own goal, of course, her usual own goal against Arsenal. We wonder where that's going to come, maybe in the second half now. 2 in a row, of course. Arsenal putting Aston Villa under pressure. Besides her own penalty, nearly a mistake. Stina was almost in there, a ball across her own defensive play there from Corsi, it was, I think, but Arsenal just couldn't, just couldn't quite get a touch on that. It would have been an easy goal, but she couldn't quite stretch out enough to reach it. And Arsenal now in possession over on that far side. Kim Little coming forward She's done really well. The Arsenal captain. Colonel says, do you think in winter months women's games should be played at Emirates to avoid the games called off? Potentially, or maybe have a longer winter break, maybe start the season earlier. Obviously, they won't be able to next season because the World Cup doesn't finish till virtually September, does it? So, but maybe that's something they can look at. I mean, we've played a lot of games at the Emirates. In fact, we've played more at the Emirates than we have at Meadow Park so far this season. There's going to be more at Meadow Park now, of course, certainly for a while. Arsenal coming forward again up this near side, but Steena's ball there just runs away from Noel Moritz. And Herman says it was a Canadian commercial. Oh, was it? Okay, that's probably why I didn't understand it then. I don't think I've seen too many Canadian commercials. It sounded like a lot of fun anyway. Herman says, and it was singing. Oh, was it? Okay. Maybe you'll have to come on and sing it to us one day. Lossie says, how long have you been an Arsenal women's fan? Well, long time. I would say a lot more. I've been a lot more passionate about it over the last maybe 5 or 6 years, but I've always followed the Arsenal women right from the start, really. Yeah, I've been going to games quite a lot. So, yeah, I've been a fan for quite a long time. It's really, really good. B says it should definitely be playing at the stadiums. Last week, the girls filled Emirates against Chelsea. They deserve to have the league and looking out for their health. Too many injuries. No, I do agree. I think the problem is not every game is going to sell out at the Emirates, is it? You know, for example, if they played this game tonight at the Emirates, like some of them Champions League games, you get 5,000 fans there, and it isn't practical to play them there, is it? Certain games will sell out, and that's brilliant, and that's been great this season, hasn't it? The Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham game. But at this moment in time, women's football's not quite ready to play in the big stadiums week after week because they're going to be empty. That will come, I think, over time. I think it will come. Fans are getting more involved now. The crowds have gone up this season. But it's still got a long way to go before we're at that point to play in the big stadiums all the time. I do think that we're not quite ready for that yet. But hopefully one day. Get it says, I want to see Plover and Call. Yeah, I think we all do. Terry says, a great tackle, Kimmy, indeed. And just as we say that, the half-time whistle does go, a little bit of a low-key finish to the half, but it was a very good first-half performance from Arsenal, totally dominant from start to finish. The goal arrived just on 29 minutes, and a great goal it was from the best player on the pitch in that first half, Frida Marnham. She got the ball on the edge of the box, cut inside, cut outside, twisted back, and then fired a right-footed shot across goalkeeper Hannah Hampton into the far corner. Really good finish, fully deserved lead for Arsenal. Aston Villa have had 1 or 2 moments. Our new goalkeeper, Sabrina D'Angelo, has done really well, actually. She's looked really comfortable with pretty much everything that she's done. Not really had a difficult save to make. A couple of balls in at the near post, which she's dealt with well. A couple of crosses that she's dealt with well. Showed some good feet in the penalty area as well. So she's had a decent debut so far, the Canadian goalkeeper. And yeah, it's been a good performance from Arsenal, really good. And full value for the 1-0 lead. Potentially, maybe could have had a few more goals as well. But I just showed a goal again now. Brilliant from Frida. Brilliant finish, a brilliant goal from her. And that's 9 for the season for Frida Marnham. Herman says it was a very catchy tune and everyone was singing it. Oh, it was okay. We've had a few of them. We've had a few of them adverts in the UK over the years with some catchy tunes. They're always good, aren't they? And you always recognise them, don't you, when you hear them? Lossie says, I prefer women's football. Yeah, to be honest with you, I do now. I would say maybe over the last 5 or 6 years, I think I've started to prefer women's football to men's football, actually. And yeah, I still obviously love men's football as well. But yeah, I kind of agree with you. It's great, isn't it? And what I like about it as well, inside the stadiums, the atmosphere, it's totally different to men's games, isn't it? It's a real sort of family atmosphere, and you feel like you're a part of it all. You almost feel like, you meet the players after the game. You feel like you know them, like they're your friends almost. And it's a great atmosphere. And more, we want more and more people to get involved because it's great. Terry says there are not many chances created, but we should be 2-0 up. We never seem to kill teams off anymore. No, we have struggled for goals, haven't we? There's no doubt about that. We've been struggling to finish teams off, as you say. But, we've got enough quality in the team, haven't we, to be scoring more goals. And I'm sure it will come. But yeah, we need to get that second goal tonight because we've seen it all too often, haven't we, where we don't get the second goal. Chelsea in their last games are a prime example, really. Get there says their Arsenal men and women's team versus City games are postponed. That's funny. Yeah, it was. Yeah, strange. Actually, you're right. They were, weren't they? Because obviously the women's game was on the Queen's funeral week, wasn't it? And that's why that one got postponed. And the Arsenal Man City game. That was a funeral, wasn't it? Was that why that one got called off? Oh, no, it wasn't. It got called off, wasn't it? Because of the Europa League game that got called off because of the Queen. Then that got moved in, didn't it? Yeah. But anyway, no, you're right. It is strange. But anyway, Arsenal are playing Manchester City tomorrow in the FA Cup. The men are, and we'll be giving you coverage of that game as well. So please join us for that. Herman says there the Katie McKay was a good tune. Yeah, it is a good tune. Katie McKay's one, yeah. Carl says, who's going to win men's Premier League? Arsenal, mate. Arsenal are going to win the men's Premier League. Of course they are. Going to win it by a mile. Lots says, I think Beth's and Viv will be back soon. Not soon. They won't play this season, I'm afraid. Unfortunately not. B says they're patiently waiting for Meadham recovery and Eden back. Yeah, we miss them, don't we? It's going to be a while yet, though, isn't it? I think we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to see those two back playing, but probably not till next season, if we're honest. Terry says D'Angelo seems very confident in her ability. Good to see the Zinz's big shooter. But no, you're right, and she looks very, very good. You have to say she looks very, very good so far. And if the rumours are that maybe Zinz isn't going to re-sign a new contract at the end of the season, then I think Sabrina will be number one choice next season. And I think that's probably what's going to be the case. And I don't think we'd be too disappointed looking at that first half performance. You know, she's a very good goalkeeper. So we definitely look forward to that in the future. But yeah, a good first 45 minutes in an Arsenal shirt for Sabrina D'Angelo. And let's see if she can keep a clean sheet. And if she does keep a clean sheet, and of course we will we'll win the game and go through, because we do lead 1-0. That brilliant goal from Frida Marnham is the difference between the sides at half time. But yeah, it's been a good first half. Good first half performance from Arsenal. Aston Villa have had one or two little moments on the counter attack, but they've not really threatened too much. We've been largely in control. And yeah, hopefully we'll be on our way to the semi-final. The final of this competition this year is at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace's ground. And that will be is it in March? I think it's the beginning of March, isn't it? And that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Of course, the draw for the semi-final has already been made. I'm not sure whether or not you heard it. Arsenal will be at home to Manchester City, and it is West Ham at home to Chelsea. It's lined up, isn't it, for an Arsenal-Chelsea final again? They like a bit of that, don't they? And that would be a great game, of course. We saw last week, didn't we, in the game at the Emirates, that, you know, we're as good as they are. I don't have any doubt about it. On our day, we can certainly beat them, but we need to beat them in a big game, don't we? That's what we really need to do. And that would be a great opportunity, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll see. B says that both teams need to get hyped up during this half time. Yeah, I'm sure they are. I mean, it's a cup quarter final. If you're not hyped up for a cup quarter final, then you shouldn't be playing football, should you? And I'm sure they will be in the second half. I'm sure they'll come out strongly in the second half, and hopefully Arsenal can get the second goal and kill this off. And maybe go on and get a few more. Like Terry said, we've been struggling to kill teams off, haven't we? We've maybe not been scoring enough goals this season, really. Certainly not recently. Certainly not in the league. And that's something that we need to put right. Because it could come down to goal difference, couldn't it? Let's be honest. The final, the league title, could come down to goal difference, couldn't it? And we need to just you know, I'd like to see a couple of big wins. And maybe we will soon, you know, who knows? We'll have to see. I'm sure we'll score a few goals against Leeds on Sunday in the FA Cup. No disrespect to Leeds, of course, but they are the lowest ranked team left in the competition, and we are at home. I'm sure we'll see a few more changes to the side, but hopefully we've got an opportunity there to go on and get a few goals on Sunday. That game kicks off at 2, by the way, so we look forward to that. And we'll be bringing you coverage of that as well. So lots on the channel tomorrow night. As I say, 6:30, slightly earlier than usual. We will be bringing you coverage. We'll be bringing you the Arsenal Women's Weekly, where the panel will be in. We'll be looking back on this game. We'll be looking at the cancellations at the weekend and looking ahead to Leeds. And then straight after that, we've got the Watchalong Arsenal Manchester City in the FA Cup from the Etihad Stadium, which is going to be a big game. That kicks off at 8 o'clock. So we'll probably go live about 7:45, 10 to 8 after the women's show. And that'll be good. Then I say Sunday, we are back with the FA Cup, Arsenal women against Leeds from Meadow Park. We look forward to that as well. That kicks off at 2. We'll go live about 1:45 with that one. So join us for all of that stuff. And if you are enjoying what we do, as Terry rightly says, hit that thumbs up. It does help the goals to go in. It does, yeah. And the more subscribers that we get as well, that helps the goals to go in. And that may be why, maybe why we're not scoring too many goals lately, because we haven't enough people subscribing. So that's what we need. We need to get you all to subscribe to the channel and give us a like as well. But yeah, no, it's been a good first half. It's a good first half performance, that actually. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, let's hope for more of the same in the second half. But as Terry said, let's try and get some more goals, shall we? That's what we want to see, don't we? We want to see some more goals. So let's get them in. But cup games are about winning, aren't they? Let's be honest. And that's what we want to see. We want to see some wins. And that's what we'll do. So yeah, that's all coming up in the second half, which will be starting in about 4 or 5 minutes' time. I would have thought. They're just actually showing the highlights of last season's Continental Cup final, which of course Manchester City won, didn't they? And we will now be playing them, of course, in the semi-final if we do get through tonight. That's going to be a big game, isn't it? The semi-final against Manchester City, the holders. And last time we won this competition, we beat Manchester City in a final, didn't we? So it'd be nice to repeat that in the semi-final this time, won't it? We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, lots to look forward to this season from Arsenal, isn't it? And of course, as Terry said, 10th of February, it is the draw for the quarter-final of the Champions League. That is going to be exciting, isn't it? So let's see who we get. And I say a lot of great stuff coming up on the channel to look forward to as well for the rest of this season. But let's see what the second half brings. We'll be back in action very, very soon, of course, for the second half of this game. B says their Man City game is at 4:30 a.m. my time. Going to try to wake up for it. Yeah, but set your alarm. That's what you need to do. Set your alarm and join us, and we will get you through. It's very early, isn't it? In the morning, it's 8 o'clock in the evening our time, so that'll be good. So we've even got time to put the women. I don't expect you to join us for the women's show just before, because that'll be about 3 o'clock in the morning, won't it? Or 3:30 in the morning. No, 2:30 in the morning. Have a couple of hours extra sleep. We'll let you off, and you come and join us for the Man City game. That'll be fine. But yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting game, isn't it? The Man City game, I think. We've got a great chance to beat them. Why not? We're in great form. Confidence is high, and yeah, that's what we want to see, isn't it? So yeah, let's get that done. Let's get them beaten, and let's go for it. So we're just about to get ready for this second half. Arsenal 1, Aston Villa 0. It's been a very good Arsenal performance, but we need that second goal. And that's the key, isn't it? Terry says the good thing is we seem to be playing well within ourselves and plenty of gears to go up if necessary. Yeah, and we've got some good subs on the bench, haven't we, to come on as well. Obviously we all want to see Victoria Palova and Katharina Kuhl, don't we? And I'm sure that we will at some stage. But yeah, let's hope that we do see them at some point. But let's get the second goal. Let's settle ourselves down, and then hopefully we can go on and get through and play Manchester City in February, the holders of this competition, and knock them out as well. That would be good, wouldn't it? Well, we could be playing Manchester City in cups twice in very quick succession, couldn't we? Which would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, we shall see what happens in the second half of this game. Aston Villa aren't out of it yet, are they, by any stretch? But we have been much, much, much the better team. And we just need to finish this off, don't we? And get a second goal and go through. And that will be great. But yeah. So the teams aren't out yet for the second half. The pitch is looking great, actually, considering there was obviously doubts, wasn't there, over this game? There were certain doubts over whether this game would even go ahead, but it has gone ahead, and Arsenal are certainly glad it has done, because we have played well and we're winning, and we're halfway to another semi-final in a competition that, you know, it was a competition that that Joe Montemuro won for us, and let's see if Jonas can win it as well. Would be good, wouldn't it? Lossie says slow recovering for Beth and Viv. Yeah, well, I mean, them ACL injuries of the knee are very, very bad injuries to get, and it takes a long time. You know, it can take 9, 10, 12 months to be playing again. So yeah, I think we've accepted the fact that neither of them two are going to play this season. I think Beth has got a slim chance of making the World Cup, because her injury happened a little bit earlier. But even that seems very unlikely, if we're honest. And Viv isn't going to make the World Cup, I don't think. She only just had her operation in January. The recovery period before she can even kick a ball again is probably going to take her to the summer. So she's not going to make the World Cup. But Beth, maybe she might. Let's hope so. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't. And we may just have to wait until next season before we see both of those two in action again. And it would be amazing, really, wouldn't it, if Arsenal can win some trophies this season with our two best players missing for such a long time. It would be incredible, wouldn't it? And you have to give credit to the girls that's come in, to Jonas, to these new signings that still haven't played yet. So yeah, I mean, it's been a difficult season, hasn't it, in so many ways, because of that. So it's great that we're in a position that we're in. You know, 3 points off the top of the table with a game in hand, on the verge of the semi-final with a Continental Cup, in the quarter-final of the Champions League, and the FA Cup starts on Sunday, and we'd be massive favourites to go through to the fifth round, won't we? So yeah, I mean, it's been a great season so far, all things considered, and we just need to. I think we need a trophy, don't we? We've not won one for a while, and I do think we need a. Herman says, I made the trip to the fridge for some yogurt and blackberries for a late lunch. And no, that sounds beautiful. What time is it in Canada at the moment? And it must be, is it early afternoon then? Is that what it is over there? Herman says, after such an operation, one has to be careful not to play too early. Exactly, yeah. That's exactly. I'm sure they won't be rushed back, but it's going to be a long time. Anyway, Aston Villa have come back out in their all black kit. They're just doing a little warm up on the pitch. Arsenal still in the warmth of the changing room, and that's not a bad idea, is it? As we say, Terry says, I did say 4-1, but I think it could be 4-0. Can't see Villa scoring. What's everyone else think the score will be? Herman says, 10-4, is it? Okay, 10-4. Well, if it was 10-4 here, I'd be looking at my last hour at work coming up, ready to finish. Anyway, yeah. So what Terry says, 4-1 the score. He's gone 4-0 now. Yeah, give your score predictions. What you think it's going to be? I think I went 2-0, didn't I, earlier? I'm going to stick with 2-0. I mean, yeah, we could score a few more. I wouldn't mind if Aston Villa did score late in the game, maybe when we're already through, and it was Jordan Nobbs who scored. I don't think we'd mind that, would we? But anyway. Herbert says 3:37 p.m. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a bit longer there. It'll be about an hour and a half. I'd have left at work if it was that time. B says they're 3-0, 3-1 if we're unlucky, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, we've been dominant, haven't we? Anyway, Arsenal, well, I say Arsenal come out. Rafaela Souza's come out on her own, by the look of it. And she's just having a little warm up. She obviously is keen to get going again, which is good to see. Lucky says, I think Villa have a goal in them, 2-1. Well, I mean, if they are going to score, let's hope it is Jordan that scores. Let's be honest. That'd be good, wouldn't it? I'm sure we'd be quite happy with that if that was the case. But yeah, let's just hope we go through. That's the matter. In cup games, it doesn't matter too much, does it? Daniel says they're 2-1. Yeah, it could be. Carol's gone with me 2-0. Yeah, I've just got a feeling that the way that things are going at the minute, we don't seem to be killing teams off, do we? We'll probably get a second goal about 5 minutes to go, and that'll make it 2-0 perhaps, and it'll be a bit nervy before then. But we shall see. Arsenal just in a little huddle, just before the start of this second half. To look a little bit cold, the girls actually, apart from Katie McCabe, of course, in her short sleeves. She loves a bit of cold weather, don't she, Katie McCabe? Anyway, we are going to be getting off and underway in this second half. It's going to be Aston Villa to start. Arsenal now be attacking the goal to our left, which is, of course, the North Bank at Meadow Park, Boreham Wood. For those who are familiar with the stadium, that is the covered stand behind the goal. The other end is, of course, still uncovered, but there are plans in place to put a roof at that end as well and sort of redevelop the ground a little bit. Anyway, we are off and underway. Aston Villa with kick-off, but that ball played forward was headed forward there by Noel Moritz over on that far side. Lena Hurtig plays up the line to Frida Minor, who was definitely the player of that first half, wasn't she? The Norwegian. It was her goal that separates the tie. She tries to get across it. It was blocked. And Aston Villa now do get the ball clear with Gelnick. And then she's fouled, actually. And it is going to be a free kick to Aston Villa at the start of this second half. Hopefully, Arsenal can finish the job off. And I say face Manchester City in that semi-final. Terry says Arsenal just won the Euros only a few months ago. Of course, yeah. Their England captain is one of our own, which is great. And yeah, and of course, Beth Mead, player of the tournament, top scorer in the tournament. Oh, Caitlin Ford's done well over on this near side. Actually, she didn't quite manage to get past Alicia Lehman, who's actually played pretty well tonight. I've not been too impressed with her on the previous times I've seen her play against Arsenal, but she's had a good game tonight, Alicia Lehman, for Aston Villa. That ball there, though, isn't going to find Rachel Daly, and it's going to be a throw to Arsenal, which Katie McCabe is going to take. We've played a minute and a half of the second half on this cold evening in Hertfordshire. Arsenal 1, Aston Villa 0. It was a great goal from Frida Marnham that separates the sides as we look to try to reach the semi-final of the Continental Cup once again. Competition that we've won 15 times in total. Not always as the Continental Cup, of course, but we have won this competition a lot of League Cup. Rachel Daly's cross is a good cross to the far post. There's nobody there, and it's run behind for a goal kick, which Sabrina D'Angelo will take. Look very, very comfortable on her debut, hasn't she? Really impressed with her performance tonight. Yes, she's not been called into too many saves, but what she's done really well. And so you could ask on your debut, isn't it? Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Lena Hurtig over on that far side. Arsenal's right. She does well, holds the ball up, plays it back to Lotta Woobermoy now. Kim Little can switch the play to this near side now. Katie McCabe got a little bit of space to run into. The Arsenal left back plays it forward in to Frida Marnham. Great run from Frida. That's a good ball to Caitlin Ford on this near side. Caitlin Ford in the box, pulls it back to Katie McCabe. Katie McCabe inside the box. Can she get a shot away? No. In fact, the linesman's flag's gone up. It's offside, possibly against, was it Frida Marnham or was it Caitlin Ford on that far side? I'm not sure. Anyway, the flag's gone up. It's going to be an offside. It is a free kick to Aston Villa. We've played nearly 3 minutes of the second half. It is still Arsenal 1, Aston Villa 0. That first half goal from Frida Marnham, and a great goal it was as well. But that so far has been the only goal of the game. Aston Villa coming forward now. That's a poor ball. Stina Blackstenius has got in there on the edge of the Aston Villa penalty. She's just into the penalty now on that far side. Stina pulls it back to Lena Hurtig. She's got Kim Little square of her. The ball was a little bit too far behind Kim Little, actually. And now it's with Leah Williamson. Played it out to that far side to Stina Blackstenius. That's a good ball. It's out to that far side. The cross comes in. Frida Marnham with a header at the near post, but she's put it over the top. Good cross from Noel Moritz over on that far side. Couldn't keep the header down, though. Terry says, why didn't Katie shoot? I don't know why she didn't shoot. Yeah, I think she was offside anyway, or somebody was offside before that. But yeah, I thought she was going to shoot as soon as it fell to her. Hit it first time, left foot, bang. But she decided not to. And I think there's been another offside here as well, because Hannah Hampton's going to take a free kick just inside the Aston Villa penalty area. It was possibly Noel Moritz was offside before she crossed that in. And Frida Marnham's header went over the top of the bar. Hannah Hampton's long free kick forward. Rafaela Souza's underneath that and finds Kim Little. She's done well. Kim Little takes it round 2 or 3 challenges. She's still going, Kim Little. It's a great run over on that far side. It's a good ball forward to Lena Hurtig. Try to flick it on, and it's just put behind. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. We've got Exist Photography says, who scored the goal? Frida Marnham it was in the first half. Really good goal from Frida. her 9th goal of the season. And she has got the goal. Arsenal coming forward again. Caitlin Ford's got a lot of space on this near side. Arsenal's left. Cuts inside. Caitlin Ford thought about a shot instead. She plays the ball square all the way across to Mel Moritz. Now it's with Lena Hurtig over on that far side, just on the edge of the penalty area. It's going to come in to Leah Williamson. She tries to dink across to the far post, looking for Stina. It was too high, and it's gone behind for a throw to Aston Villa. Herman says, apparently my text was too long. Yeah, I think you've only got a certain number of characters, haven't you? Maybe do it in 2 or 3 little bits if it's too long. And Exist Photography says, thanks. No problem at all. Give us a like then, maybe, for telling the score, and subscribe as well. Arsenal now, Frida Marnham again inside here, looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again. She is in unstoppable form this season. Frida Marnham makes it 2-0. It was it started with a throw to Aston Villa. It was actually Rachel Daly there, got robbed of possession there by Caitlin Ford. And then Frida Marnham shot across the goalkeeper into the far corner. What a brilliant goal that is. She is just on fire at the moment, isn't she? And it is Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 0. Frida Marnham with a brace, but 2 brilliant goals. Caitlin Faldo was the architect of that. They're winning the ball off Rachel Daly just on the edge of the area. It looked like a bit of a tight angle there from Frida on this near side and left, but she managed to get a shot across the goalkeeper into the far corner. B says, Marnham done well. Indeed, she did. And Terry says, absolute class, making it look easy. She's making it look easy at the minute. Herman says, go and buy some Jarlsberg cheese for Frida. Yeah, she can have whatever she wants at the minute. Whatever she's eating, it's certainly working, isn't it? Because she's just amazing form. She's been a terrific player. She's everywhere, isn't she? In midfield, she's forward, she's back, she's getting on the end of things, she's scoring goals, she's creating chances. She's just the all-round player. We all thought that we would miss Viv, and we are, of course. We are, but Frida steps into that position, and she's made that a lot easier for us, hasn't she? And she scored 10 goals as well. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, Aston Villa now looking to try to find a way back themselves. A little bit of sloppy play it was from Leah Williamson, actually. And Aston Villa now are in possession with Sarah Malin. Finds Alicia Lehman, gets it back again. This is good from Aston Villa, though. It's a little turn away there from Blindkild. Plays the ball forward, but Arsenal do get that away. And Caitlin Ford now finds Stina. She's got a lot of space to run into. She's got Frida ahead of her. Frida wanting a hat-trick. Oh, the ball just wasn't quite in line for Frida there. Looking for another hat-trick. Of course, she did score a hat-trick against Zurich, didn't she? Just in her last game before Christmas. She's looking to get another hat-trick there. And if that ball had reached her, she may well have finished it, because that's how well she's playing. Exist Photographer says, happy days. Indeed, it is happy days. Malone says there, is it in the bet? I don't know. Terry says, I know we should have put money on Frida. Come on, Stina. Yeah, well, you said Stina that scored 2. It's actually Frida that scored 2. Herman says, this will give her lots of courage indeed. Malone says, the bet slip. I don't know. As if Photographer says, how is Hurtig playing? Yeah, she's doing pretty well. She had a good game against Chelsea, didn't she? She's played all right tonight as well. She's not really managed to get into the box and try to get some shots away, but she's worked hard down that right-hand side. She's put a couple of good passes in, a couple of good deliveries, and she's looked okay. Yeah, she's settling in now. Obviously, she had an injury which didn't help. When you're new to a team, it's important that you're settling quickly. But the injury didn't help, did it? But now she's back in the team, playing well, and hopefully we'll see a lot more from Lena. I'm assuming you're Swedish, are you? Maybe that's why you're so keen on her. She's very good. Herman says, do you know if Viv and Beth are at the game? Oh, I don't know. That's a good point, actually. I'm not sure. They probably will be. They've been at most of the others, haven't they? And B says, God bless our Scandinavians. Indeed, yeah. We've got a Scandinavian manager. We've got a few Scandinavian players, and they've all been brilliant. So, yeah, God bless the Scandinavians, indeed. We do like the Scandinavians here at Arsenal Women, don't we? Anyway, Kenza Darley now is charging forward for Aston Villa. She's made good ground, actually. Got to the byline over on that far side. Good defending, though, from Lotta Woubermoy, but it's going to be a throw to Aston Villa in line with the Arsenal penalty area over on that far side there left. He just sort of says, we are not Swedish. Me and my daughter are like, oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's not a problem at all. And she's a great player. She's just settling in now, which is good to see. Frida Minor again wins the ball. Noel Moritz plays it forward up that far side, but there's no Arsenal player there. And Aston Villa will pick up possession now with Sarah Mailing inside the centre circle. Plays the ball forward. Good at defending, though, from Lotta Woobermoy. Needed a bit of help, though, from Kim Little to sort that out. And now it's back with D'Angelo. They almost gave the ball away to Alicia Lehman, but Arsenal do win possession back. And now Stina plays up this near side. It's a good ball through. Frida Minor, is this going to be a hat-trick? On the edge of the penalty, Frida Minor, the offside flag's up. Oh, that was a shame. It looked as though Frida was going to be in for a hat-trick there. The offside flag went up. Terry says, Kim's starting to run the midfield now. What a player. She's just, what can you say about Kim Little? She's just an incredible player. She's amazing. And the fact that she's still going so strong after so many years is incredible, isn't it? What a professional she's been. An absolute credit to women's football and an absolute credit to Arsenal as well. Brilliant, brilliant player. And yeah, it'd be nice for her to be lifting some more trophies, wouldn't it, as captain at the end of the season. Anyway, we've played 10 minutes, 11 minutes of the second half. It is now Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 0. It was that second goal for Frida. And Aston Villa now looking to try to find a way back over on that far side, but the ball went out. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. It was a Pichetto there, couldn't keep it in. Mary Pichetto, the left back for Aston Villa, is going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. In fact, goalkeeper, a bit of a worry here, actually. Arsenal goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo has gone down. Not quite sure why. Seems to be holding her calf. Is it she's got a tight calf there? That's a bit of a worry on her debut. She's gone down injured. She's going to need a bit of treatment. Herman says Kim has to have a statue in the big stadium. She deserves something. She's been brilliant. Herman says Scotland are brave indeed. It looks like a calf. Is it a cramp in her calf there for Sabrina D'Angelo? It's a bit cold, but then she's Canadian. She should be used to the cold weather because, Herman will know it gets cold in Canada, doesn't it? Magnificent Jafar says, when's the Champions League draw? It's on the 10th of February. That's when that is. So look out for that. Terry says, what a comeback this season from a injury not affected her one bit. No, it doesn't seem to have done, does it? Doesn't seem to have done at all. Anyway, well, the goalkeeper's getting some treatment. Arsenal got in for a drink. Not quite sure what caused the injury. Anyway, they're just showing Frida Minam's 2 goals again. 2 very different goals. The first one, a solo effort and a lovely finish through the legs of Rachel Coulsey. Not an own goal from her this time so far. And then the second one, good play from Caitlin Ford. Won the ball off Rachel Daly from an Aston Villa throw it was actually. Caitlin Ford just stepped in, won the ball, and then Frida from a tight angle, again across goalkeeper Anna Hampton into the top corner. 2 fantastic finishes. What a fantastic player. She's definitely in the running for player of the season, isn't she, Frida Minor? She's been absolutely brilliant. Which is good. And Herman says, indeed it does. Yeah, I know it gets cold in Canada. So I'm sure it's not the cold weather that she's struggling with, Sabrina. But yeah, she's just, it looks like maybe a calf cramp potentially. But anyway, I think, is she going to be okay? Kayla Marquise is warming up actually over on that far side. Not sure whether she's going to be needed. But anyway, Arsenal's throw there was actually Noel Moritz, but it's won back by Aston Villa. They're trying to look for a way back into this Continental Cup tie. It is Gilnick there, plays the ball back over on that far side. That's good play, really good play actually from Rachel Daly. Can the cross come in? It does. It's a low cross to the near post. Kim Little's there and clears it away. Alan says, where can I watch the game? Not your fate. It's on the FA Player. If you're in England, it's on the FA Player. You might need to sign in and sign up for an account. It is free, so you can watch it on there. Magnificent Jafar says there, the fact that our striker hasn't scored in 2 successful matches shows how desperate we need to buy a top finisher, Lacasse. Yeah, I agree. Lacasse will be a great signing, but not quite sure yet. Terry says, the more you see Frida's 2 goals, the better they are. Keeper had no chance, even though she didn't. Brilliant goals. B says, FA Player, you can't show it in the no, exactly, I can't show it here. But stay with us if you want to watch it on FA Player, sorry. you know, stay with us as well. Alex says, thanks. Yeah, no worries, mate. I hope you get to see the. I say, if you haven't got an account there, you might have to create one, but it is free and all that kind of stuff. And everyone now coming forward over on that far side, it was Jordan Nobbs, but Rafaela Souza's there, shuffles the ball back to the goalkeeper, D'Angelo, who seems to be okay now. She kicked that ball clear, but Aston Villa back in possession again, looking to find a way back. A goal now could put a different complexion on this. There's over half an hour still to play. Is Pachetta now have a good run? Oh, brilliant defending there. Kim Little, she is just incredible, isn't she? And a ball forward up that far side, looking for Stina. Actually managed to reach Stina, surprisingly enough. Didn't like it was going to. Anyway, Frida now. She's got Caitlin Ford. A lovely ball through for Caitlin Ford. This is going to be 3-0, surely. Caitlin Ford tucks it away. It is 3-0. What a goal that was. Frida with the assist this time. It all started with Kim Little winning the ball on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. And it's just been finished off by Caitlin Ford. She deserves a goal for her performance tonight. Lovely ball from Frida Marnham, who's become such an important player. And a lovely little finish there through the legs of Hannah Hampton. And it is another... And it's 3-0. The goals are piling up. And that was another good finish. A really good goal that was on the counter-attack. Great stuff. B says, let's go. Indeed. Jeff R says, Richard, did you see FC Barcelona women's team winning streak? 15 in a row. Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah, 15 in a row. It is amazing, but we're better than them. You wait and see. B says, Marnham so energised now. Jeff R says, get in Ford. Get there says, I said 3-1. Yeah, a couple of people said 3-1. We just need the Jordan Nobbs goal now, don't we? Maybe in the last 5 minutes, just to settle us down. Anyway, Alicia Lehman now coming forward for Villa, looking to maybe get their goal back straight away. But Arsenal in complete control of this quarter-final tie. And we can start to look ahead to this semi-final against Manchester City next month. Exciting times ahead. Herman says there, send some flowers to Kim Frida. Yeah, that was brilliant play, wasn't it, from Kim Little on the edge of the penalty area. A great tackle, a lovely ball forward up the far side. It came into the middle to Frida Marnham. Brilliant ball played through. Great run, actually, from Caitlin Ford, you have to say. She made the run, created the space, and then got into the area and tucked it home. A lovely, lovely goal. Terry says, good football, defo team goal, but well taken by Ford. Yeah, it was a really well taken goal. Aston Villa have now got an injury. It is Rachel Daly again. It's the second time she's gone down tonight, Rachel Daly. So not sure if her night's got much longer to run. We shall see. But it is 3-0 to Arsenal. And we are pretty much through now. David says that we are flying high. Indeed, we are. Terry says, no, we want 5-0. Stina needs to score twice. Of course, yeah, you want Stina's 2 goals. Well, I mean, it could be 5-1 then, couldn't it? You know, let Jordan get 1, but Stina get 2. Anyway, Aston Villa are just having to sort this injury issue out for Rachel Daly. So there's a break in play at the moment. And there's a few drinks going on. And it looks like we're going to see Catherine Cole, the Danish signing. She's got ready. She just put her coat back on for the time being. But I think she's going to come on for her debut, the second debut of the night. Rachel Daly is now limping off on this near side. One of the Lionesses' heroes, of course, from the summer. A great tournament that she had, Rachel Daly. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to play any further part in this game. But so far, she is going to try and come back on, I think. Anyway, it's a drop ball due to that injury. Jafar says there, now bring in Palova and call a rest for Frida and Leah. Yeah, maybe we'll see what happens. It looks like Crawley's coming on. And Aston Villa have now got themselves a corner over on that far side. B says, come on, Jordan, you got this. Show us what we lost. Well, yeah, it would be nice for her to get a goal. Although I kind of want a clean sheet for D'Angelo on her debut. It's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it? You know, what do we want? Do we want Jordan to score? Or do we want a clean sheet? Anyway, it's a corner to Aston Villa at the moment over on that far side. We may find out very shortly if either of those two things are going to still be able to happen. It's poor corner, actually. Kim Little again gets the ball clear. It's going to be a throw over on the far side to Aston Villa. I think Rachel Daly is back on at the moment. How long she's got to last, I'm not quite sure. Jafar says, yes, cool as you like. So happy she's playing. Well, she's not on yet, is she? She's going to come on very shortly. And we'll see. Terry says, I love Jordan, but not enough to let her score. I want a clean sheet for D'Angelo. Yeah, I kind of want a clean sheet for now because she's played so well. Anyway, Leah's come across there. Good defending from her. In fact, it was an offside anyway. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Maybe now we can make that substitution. And maybe now Catherine Cole will come on for her debut. In fact, no, because we've taken the free kick and we haven't made the substitution yet. Oh, Leah Williamson there. Clearance was shut down there by Jordan Nobbs. So it's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Maybe now we can make the substitution. We've played 65 minutes nearly here at Meadow Park. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. 2 goals from Frida Mann and 1 from Caitlin Ford. It's been a pretty comfortable evening for Arsenal. We've dominated the game pretty much from the start. And the scoreline now does reflect that. Shot comes in from distance from Jordan Nobbs, actually, but it's straight at D'Angelo. And she just rolls the ball out to Rafaela Souza and gets it back again. B says, oh, Williamson and Nobbs, indeed. They just did a little bit of a battle there on the pitch. We know, of course, their history together. Now the ball played out to that far side to Leah Williamson, bringing it forward for Arsenal. In fact, she's held up, plays it square to Rafaela Souza. And now it's come to this near side to Katie McCabe. Goes past Alicia Lehman. Katie McCabe into the centre circle now, plays it back to Lotta Woober-Moy up that far side. It looks like Catherine Cool is just waiting to come on. There is a throw now to Arsenal. In fact, there's going to be a double substitution. And I think it's Palova coming on as well. We're going to see 2 more debutants tonight. It's Katie McCabe going off. She had a good game, Katie McCabe. It's actually Steph Catley coming on for her. Is the first substitution. She played well again, Katie McCabe, as Steph Catley's coming on. And now, the moment we've been waiting for, it is going to be Leah Williamson coming off and Catherine Cole coming on for her debut. The Danish midfield player, Leah Williamson. A good game tonight in an unusual position for her. And it is going to be Catherine Cole coming on for her debut. And also we're going to see Victoria Palova as well, the Dutch woman, coming on for her debut. And it is going to be Stina Black-Stenius going off. Put another good shift in, Stina. Not able to get a goal, but it's Victoria Palova coming on. So another debutant for Arsenal tonight. That's 3 players making their debut. Catherine Cole with number 22, Victoria Palova with number 21, and of course the goalkeeper, D'Angelo. Steph Catley's come on as well at left back. We've got 23 minutes to play, so they've got a good chance here, haven't they, Palova and Cole, to really make their mark. And Get It says, yeah, he will indeed. And B says, happy to see McCabe exit with another yellow card under her sleeve. Yeah, she does love a good yellow card. Catherine Cole now, first touch, gets the ball back now, plays it forward to Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford's done well again. The ball falls to Victoria Palova. No, it doesn't, because the referee's given a free kick against Caitlin Ford. The 2 new signings out, the 2 debutants, both involved very early on. It looks as though Palova's going to be playing on the left. Caitlin Ford's moving in to the centre, and Frida is going to be... Actually, I don't think Frida's position's changed too much. I think Catherine Cole just replaced Leah Williamson in that midfield area. She seems to be playing a little bit higher up the pitch. Anyway, Aston Villa coming forward now. Kenza Darley with a ball up that far side, looking for the run there of... I'm not sure who that was actually over on that far side. Anyway, Villa now in possession again. Can they get a cross in to the box? It is Kirsty Hansen, actually. He's been a bit quieter in the second half. Jeff says, I feel sorry for Stina. She's working very hard. Unfortunately, she's not lucky to score. No, you're right. I think the last 5 or 6 games, she's worked so hard. It's just not quite coming off her, is it, in the box? It's not quite falling for her. But, the goals will come. She's got a decent goal scoring record for her. She's been a great signing. And I'm sure we'll see some more great stuff from her the rest of this season. Anyway, Aston Villa put a crossing from that far side, but Arsenal do deal with that pretty well. But now it's Blinkilde that plays it out to that far side again to Pachetta. Now it's into Kenza Darley. Kenza Darley having a run. She's pulled back there, was she, by Frida Marnham? She was. It is going to be a free kick to Aston Villa, about 4 or 5 yards just outside the Arsenal penalty area. Are Aston Villa going to get an opportunity to get a goal back? We've got just over 20 minutes to play. Just to remind you that we've got these 2 substitutions on, 2 debutants for Arsenal. Victoria Palova and Catherine Cole have both come on. And let's see what impression they make in this on their debut. Great to see them finally on the pitch. And I'm sure they're going to both have really good season for us. Anyway, we've got some defending to do here from this free kick on the edge of the penalty area. It's going to be Kenza Darley, it looks like. He's going to take this. And she's got a very good set-piece delivery. This could be a big test for D'Angelo in goal, actually. Could be her first real big test to have to make a proper save. She's had a couple of easy saves so far, but this could be more tricky if Kenza Darley can get this free kick right. She hits it over the wall, just wide. It looked like D'Angelo maybe had that covered at full stretch there. She dived away to her left-hand side. Good free kick, but it was just wide of that far post. A decent delivery. In fact, I don't think she would have got there, D'Angelo, had it been on target, but it was wide of that far post, and it is a goal kick. Which D'Angelo takes again, but it's Aston Villa now. Arsenal just maybe gone off the boil a little bit, maybe just making those substitutions, just got to settle down and get our shape. But that's a good ball played through, looking for Rachel Daly, who's playing in a more advanced position now, actually. And they've pushed her on a little bit now, obviously looking to try to get back into this game, maybe. Catherine Calder, a slightly sloppy ball, but Victoria Palova picks it up, plays it back to Lotta Woburn-Moy. And now it's back with goalkeeper D'Angelo. Oh, but again, Catherine Call's lost out in midfield, and Villa now have got an opportunity here to find a goal. It was Jordan Nobbs, plays the ball forward. Now it's up this near side. It is with Sarah Malin, plays it infield to Blinken, plays it off to Kenza Darley. Can she get a shot away? No, she finds Alicia Lehman on this near side for Aston Villa. Alicia Lehman running at Steph Catley. Alicia Lehman, good defending though from Steph Catley, but Lehman does get the ball back again, and she finds Sarah Malin, plays it square to Kenza Darley. She does get a crossing towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Rafaela Souza's there. It's going to fall to Blin Kilda. She plays it back again though to Pichetto, crossing towards this near side. It's going to be kept in, is it, by Kenza Darley? It is. Kenza Darley plays it back now to Malin, gets a cross in, but that should be the goalkeepers. In fact, Rafaela Souza kind of got in a goalkeeper's way there, but Arsenal do manage to scramble it clear. It has come out this near side to Caitlin Ford, looking for some support, plays a ball infield. That's a good ball to Victoria Palova. Tried to thread it on to Frida Marno. It was just cut out, but Catherine Call is battling away there for the ball. The two new players are just trying to settle down into the game. So far, they haven't managed to. So needs to get VAR. I don't know. I kind of quite like the fact it hasn't got it, if I'm honest. Jafar says Lotta is so underrated. She's so good. Oh, she's a brilliant player. There's no doubt about that. Good to see her in the team. Jafar says, is Hurtig still playing? Yeah, Hurtig's still playing. Yeah, she's still over on that right hand side. She hasn't really seen much of the ball in the last 10 or 15 minutes, actually. Anyway, Villa are coming forward now with Lehman on this near side. Alicia Lehman plays it square to the edge of there. Jordan Nobbs, Lehman gets it back again, puts a cross in towards the far post, but it's overhit. It's gone behind the goal into the south stand, and it is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. We have played 73 minutes. So I just think that perhaps the new signings are just trying to get up to the pace of the game. They're just struggling a little bit at the moment, just to settle down. I say Calls maybe lost the ball a couple of times, but it's difficult coming on, isn't it? Especially on a cold night, and you've got to get up to pace of the game as well. Anyway, Frida Marnham's having no such problems, and she's got the ball now up this near side. But Jordan Nobbs, Blinkill takes it off her. That's better from Catherine Call. That's a good ball as well over on that far side to Lena Hurtig. She's going to keep this in. She's got plenty of support ahead of her. Caitlin Ford now inside the box over on that far side. Caitlin Ford tries to get a cross in. It hits Rachel Coulson. It's going to go behind for a corner to Arsenal. That was much better there from Catherine Coulson. She got on the ball in the centre of the pitch, spread it out to the far side, and then Caitlin Ford's cross was deflected behind it. It's going to be a corner though, and it is going to be Steph Catley to go across and take it with her left foot over on that far side. Arsenal's right. We're into the last 16 minutes here. Continental Cup quarter-final. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. Is there going to be a fourth goal now from this corner? Steph Catley is going to take it as substitute. swings it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper Hannah Hampton comes. She doesn't really get it clear that well, but Jordan Nobbs manages to get the ball away only as far as Steph Catley again, and she plays it back to Noel Moritz. Plays that ball up the line. It's a decent ball actually, but no one's going to get there. It's going to run out for a goal kick. Frida Minham chased after it. She was never going to get there. Just shows her work rate and determination. But the good corner that was from Steph Catley in at the near post. Hannah Hampton came for it. She didn't really get a lot of distance on the punch, but Jordan Nobbs managed to complete the clearance, and Villa got it away. It's a goal kick. Hannah Hampton takes it quickly, gives it to Rachel Coulson, gets it back again. Hampton inside at the penalty area. Oh, that's a poor clearance. Actually, it's come straight to Palova. A little flick through. Is it going to be the hat trick for Frida Minham? Oh, she's put it wide. Ah, did she miss? That was chaotic play there from Aston Villa. Palova did really well. Played the ball in to Caitlin Ford, who may well have been offside, actually. She flicked it into the path of Frida Minham. One-on-one with a keeper. Sent the keeper the wrong way, but put it wide. I'm not sure if it would have counted anyway, because I do think Caitlin Ford was offside. In fact, she was offside. So we'll let her off. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Maybe she saw the flag. That's why she missed. But she's not missed too much else tonight, Frida Minham. She's been magnificent. Jafar says there, we play City in the semi-final. Yes, indeed, we do. And I think we can start to say that we do play City now, because I think this game is won for Arsenal. It's just, can we get any more goals in these final 15 minutes? And let's see what the new signings can do. Kim Little now. Steph Catley made a run outside her, but she had to hold her run and gets the ball back to Rafaela Souza, plays it forward. That's a nice ball. Frida Minham lets it run on to Lena Hertig. She's got Noel Moritz in support. Plays it square to Catherine Cole. Lovely turn from Cole, running through. Runs into a little bit of trouble there, actually. The trouble was Blin killed her, and in fact, then she gives away a free kick. We've got Baba Tunde there, says, which station is showing it live? It's on the FA Player in the UK and in some other countries apparently as well. If you don't know where to find the FA Player, just put it in Google, FA Player. You might have to sign up for an account, but it is free and it does give you access to a lot of stuff on the WSL. Anyway, Aston Villa are now coming forward. Alicia Lehman over on that far side. She's done well. Lays it off to Malin. Tries to get it back again. Great play there from Catherine Cole. Great covering. Not a great clearance in the end, actually, from Noel Moritz, I think it was. But Frida Minham has picked the ball up again in midfield. She has had a magnificent game. Plays that ball forward. Caitlin Ford on this near side. I think she's onside this time. There's a good one in the middle from Palova. Oh, no, she's offside again. The flag's up. B says there, this win puts us at three-way tie for first. No, this is a cup game. This is the Continental Cup quarter-final. It's not a league game. It's a cup game. We've got another cup game on Sunday as well. Baba Tunde says, thank you. Alan says, yeah, found it now. Good stuff. Glad you can watch the game. I'd love to be able to show it to you. I really would. But unfortunately, I would get shut down, and that's not good, is it? I did it before last season. I showed a little bit of a game, and the channel got shut down for about 6 weeks. Couldn't show anything live, which was a bit of a pain. But anyway, Rafaela Souza then with a little pirouette finds Lotta Woober-Moy, and that's with Steph Catley. B says, here, I thought I was watching the WSL. No, not tonight. It's a Continental Cup quarter-final. We'll play Manchester City in the semi-final, and West Ham play Chelsea in the other semi-final. So it's a nice little cup to win this, isn't it? If we can do it. But obviously, Man City is going to be a tough test. But we are at home in that semi-final, so we'll have a decent chance of going through. Let's be honest. I think we can beat most teams here at Meadow Park. Anyway, that was good play there in midfield from Palova, and she's fouled, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal just on halfway. Catherine Cole was going to take it, but she's going to leave it, I think, to Rafaela Souza. Plays it square to Lotta Woober-Moy. As we mentioned, she had another good steady game tonight, Lotta. She's a decent player, isn't she? Now, this is good from Arsenal. That's a lovely ball played through. Palova's in for a debut goal. Oh, great save from Hannah Hampton. Oh, she was unlucky there, Victoria Palova. A lovely ball played through to her, actually. I can't remember it was that played it through to her. It was actually cool. The two new signings almost linked up with a goal. Palova then maybe could have took an extra touch and then finished it instead. she took it first time. A good save, though. It was a good shot. It was on target. It was a really good save from Hannah Hampton at full stretch down to her right-hand side. Aston Villa now coming forward. It's gone quite open, this game. Call was in again. She's looking good now. She's settled down. That was a big chance. Alan says, time to Tonk City again, indeed. Let's hope we can. Well, let's tonk them a few times. You know, we've got them in the FA Cup Friday. Still got to play them twice in the Premier League. And the women have got to play them 3 times as well. So let's beat them 6 times this season. Wouldn't that be good? That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Anyway, that cross comes in, headed away by Rafaela Souza to Blindkamp, who's played pretty well in the second half for Villa. There's a ball played up this near side, looking for Alicia Lehman. She's going to try a shot from the edge of the box, tries to curl it in that top corner, just hits the roof of the net there. But I think D'Angelo would have saved that had it been a little bit lower. But it was a good effort there from Alicia Lehman. Is a goal kick to Arsenal. Into the last 10 minutes now here at Meadow Park. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. 2 goals from Frida Marnham and 1 from Caitlin Ford. And there's 3 debutants on the pitch tonight for Arsenal. Goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo, who started the game, and 2 substitutes, Catherine Cole and Victoria Palova. Palova almost got a goal just a few moments ago. A good save from Hannah Hampton. But a decent little performance from the 2 new signings. Catherine Cole's won the ball again in midfield. Oh, Frida Marnham just takes it past players like they're not there. Plays the ball over the top, looking again for Caitlin Ford. It comes into midfield. Catherine Cole couldn't quite get under control, and the Villa can come forward. But Frida Marnham is just on a different planet at the minute. That ball's played through, looking for Lehman, but goalkeeper D'Angelo's out. B says, how long does it typically take to resolve the postponed matches? Still need to play Brighton. Yeah, I'm not really sure. They'll have to fit it into the calendar at some point. Might well not be till later on in the season. Alan says they're called to pull over but missed. Yeah, good chance, a good move. I think she could have maybe took a little bit more time there. She had a little bit more time, maybe take a touch, pull over, and steadied herself before finishing. But maybe, you know, when you've come on as a sub, you're on your debut, you're a little bit tense, aren't you? And maybe that's what it was. And I think maybe if she gets that chance in another game, she may well take it. But it was a good move. Good to see Palova running in behind like that. And what a ball it was from Krul as well. Now Arsenal coming forward again over on that far side. Caitlin right now. She's done really well, Caitlin Ford. Oh, she couldn't quite get past Blindkamp. No, so he played well in the second half for Aston Villa, and the ball now is back with goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. We're into the last 8 minutes here at Meadow Park. And Frida Marnham looking for the hat-trick. It's come to Palova again. Shots deflected wide. Is it? No, it hasn't. It's not. It didn't really... She didn't really get hold of that shot actually particularly well, but she certainly looked lively, hasn't she? Alan says, did she have time to chip the keeper? Yeah, potentially. I think if she'd got that extra touch, I think she could have steadied herself, and she may well have been able to just dink it over the keeper, perhaps. But yeah, didn't quite have the composure. But I say a lot of that's to do with the fact that she's only just come on; it's her debut. And all that kind of stuff. Please give us a like if you're enjoying the video tonight, the show. And if you are new to the channel, why not subscribe? We do cover the women and the men and loads of other stuff as well in between. There is going to be a substitution for Aston Villa now as we move into the last 7 minutes. Jordan Nobbs is going off. Brilliant to see her back. Didn't maybe have the game that she would have wanted tonight, and certainly hasn't got the result that she wanted. She's just been replaced by Olivia McLaughlin as we move into the last 7 minutes. But a good reception there for Jordan Nobbs as she goes off on a big night for her. And of course, she's got to come back to Meadow Park again in the WSL in May, hasn't she? Her last home game of the season. The last game of the season, actually. So I'm sure that'll be good as well. But all straight away, Catherine Cole's very, very quick into the tackle, isn't she? I've been impressed with her as it goes so far. She's only played about 10 minutes. Anyway, Lena Hurtig should win that ball, does she? Not quite. Aston Villa do well. It's Rachel Daly wins the ball back for Aston Villa and now plays it square. In fact, it's not a great ball though, and Arsenal do pick it up. This is good play. The ball played forward for Caitlin Ford, just lays it off, finds Kim Little, and she just lays it back again to Lotta Wubermoy. Now it's with Catherine Cole again. Oh, she tried to thread that ball through up this near side looking for Steph Catley, but it wasn't quite come off, but she's won it back. And then Palova getting involved. Those two have certainly have done well, actually. Terry then giving a clap to Nobbsy, indeed. She's I say maybe didn't have the sort of game she would have wanted tonight, but you know, we'd love to see her back again. And I say wish her all the best for the rest of the season, and we will see her in May, of course, back at Meadow Park. Anyway, Arsenal now in possession. Kim Little just on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area, plays the ball square to Rafaela Souza. Arsenal in complete control of this game, as we have been pretty much from the start. And you have to say the second goal early in the second half probably settled it down, and you know, there's only ever going to be one result from that moment on, really. And Aston Villa have really threatened, if we're totally honest. And I said there, Nobbsy can't be sad of her 12 trophies in a time. No, of course not. No, she won't be. I mean, what a fantastic career she had at Arsenal. What a brilliant player. And, you know, yeah, maybe her best days are definitely behind her. There's no doubt about that. But so we wish her well at Aston Villa. They also coming forward now. Steph Catley plays it in to Palova's done well. The Netherlands play a good cross as well, looking for Lena Her to get that far post. Good defending, actually, from Pacheta it was. And Villa can now get the ball clear. In fact, not really that clear, because Frida Marnham's won it back again inside the penalty area. Frida Marnham, she's been everywhere tonight. What a magnificent performance. Frida Marnham still there. Cross the box. Lena Hertig was in. Couldn't quite get the finish. Wow, Frida Marnham, what a performance from her. Absolutely magnificent. She did really, really well there in a tight space. Somehow she kept the ball in, got it across the box, and Lena Hertig couldn't quite turn it in from inside the 6-yard box. Under pressure she was from Pacheta, but it is going to be a goal kick to Aston Villa. But he said she wants to be in the national team. That's the thing. Yeah, of course, yeah. She wants to play in the World Cup. And she was never going to get enough minutes at Arsenal, was she? Catherine Cole again's won the ball back. I've been really, really impressed with her. Wow, what a performance she's put in. Terry says, what happened there? I don't know, really. And B says she wasn't playing enough at Arsenal. No, she wasn't. And I say she's going to play a lot more at Aston Villa, and hopefully she can get in that World Cup squad. Anyway, Rafaela Souza then plays the ball back again to D'Angelo, plays it out to Lotta Woober-Moy. Alan says that was harder to miss than score from her. It looked like it. She was under pressure. She maybe couldn't quite get her foot around it, could she? But yeah, she should have scored. It was a bit of a sitter, let's be honest. And she did miss a sitter against Chelsea as well, didn't she? That header that she had. So she just needs to tighten up her finishing a little bit, doesn't she, I think? And then she's going to be fine. Again, it's really good play from Palova. This time, Palova plays the ball out to that far side for Lena Hertig. She takes a good touch, actually, but couldn't quite get past the play there of Kirsty Hansen. But she won it back again, Lena Hertig. She's done really well. She's got Frida Marnham in support. She's maybe going to try and win the corner, is she? Hertig holds the ball up well. She's done really well, actually, Lena Hertig. But Villa do manage to get the ball away. But Frida Marnham's back again, trying to win it back. What a magnificent performance from Frida tonight. She deserves that hat-trick. This is good play inside the box. Catherine Cole's done really well. She's won a corner. Wow, she has been fantastic. Catherine Cole, when she settles in, she is going to be a magnificent player. And I know Jaffar's been talking about her for quite a long time, even before we bought her. Alan says, yep, she does. Yeah, she just got to, but I'm sure it'll come. Anyway, we've got another corner over on that far side, which Steph Catley is going to take. We're into the last 2 minutes of normal time. A bit of stoppage time, won't there, I'm sure. There's been one or two injuries. Rachel Daly had the trainer on, didn't she? Our goalkeeper as well. So we'll probably have 3 minutes maybe of stoppage time to come. Maybe enough time to get another goal. Maybe one of the new girls might get one. Anyway, it's a corner over on that far side. Steph Catley with it. She's going to swing this in with her left foot towards that near post. You would imagine the edge of the 6-yard box. Does come in there. Goalkeeper Hannah Hampton, though. Good hands from her. To be fair, she's played pretty well tonight. Not much she could have done with any of the goals. Anyway, Moritz plays the ball back to D'Angelo. Just lays it off to Kim Little. Gets it back again. The Canadian goalkeeper for Arsenal, all in yellow tonight. Plays it square again to Kim Little. Again, she's had a magnificent game. Finds Lotta Woober-Moy. And it goes back again to D'Angelo. We're into the last minute of the 90. It's been a good performance from Arsenal tonight. Really, really good. And we have reached the semi-final of the Continental Cup, which is very good to see. And hopefully we can go on and beat Manchester City. Victoria Palova now on this near side. She's done really well, Palova. And then Alicia Lehman comes back. It looked like she was fouled. In fact, she was fouled. She was just pulled back there by the substitute McLaughlin, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal over on this near side, midway inside the Aston Villa half. Opportunity to get that ball in the box again and see if we can get a fourth goal, which would be fully deserved on the way that we've played. I would love Frida Marnham to get a hat-trick, actually, but one of the new girls to score would be great, wouldn't it? Pullover did come very, very close. Anyway, Steph Catley's going to take this free kick. It's about 20 yards in from the near touchline, midway inside the Aston Villa half on its left-hand side. In fact, Frida Marnham's going to take it instead, is she? They're both over this ball. It looks like Frida Marnham maybe is going to take it. It is Frida Marnham. That's a good ball towards the penalty spot. Goes all the way through, but Aston Villa just about managed to scramble it clear. Rachel Coulsey it was. And maybe she won't score an own goal tonight. She's got 2 in a row. She doesn't look like she's going to make it through. We are into stoppage time now at the end of this game. I didn't see how much went up on the board, actually. But anyway, I would guess at about 3 minutes. But Arsenal are through to the semi-final. That's the main thing. And we've done it in real style as well with a really, really good performance against, what aren't a bad Aston Villa team, you have to say. But we've dominated from the start. And, yeah, it's been a comfortable victory and a good victory. And now it's just a matter of seeing out these last few minutes, hopefully with a clean sheet. Now Jordan's gone off. We don't want anyone to score, do we? Anyway, it's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. We've played nearly a minute of stoppage time. Just seeing this game out now, I say a very, very comfortable Arsenal victory, a very, very good Arsenal performance. Alan says, yeah, indeed it would. I've got the game in front and you're pleasing waffle to the side of it. Oh, thanks, mate. That's very nice of you to say so. Glad you're enjoying the show. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward again. Caitlin Ford over on that far side, battling away. That's a good ball to Frida Marnham. But for once, you couldn't get away from a defender. But Arsenal still in possession. That's with Victoria Pullover on this near side. Frida Marnham's run ahead of her. Pullover cuts inside. She's going to try a shot from the edge of the box. Oh, maybe she should have done. She's got it back, actually, Pullover. She's gone round the outside, inside the penalty. Can she get a cross in? She can, but it's deflected behind. Good defending in the end, actually, there from Aston Villa. He's going to be a corner, though, to Arsenal. We've played nearly 2 minutes of stoppage time. Terry said, Kim's got it all playing centre-back now. What a legend. Yeah, she seems to be playing very deep, doesn't she? But I think that's just to accommodate Pullover and Cole just in front of her, isn't it, really? I think that's why. Anyway, it's a corner now over on this near side. Opportunity to get maybe the fourth goal. It's going to be Frida Marnham with this corner. It's a good ball towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Hannah Hampton flaps it out a little bit, but it's gone all the way behind for a goal kick. Terry says, come on, girls, one more. Yeah, one more would be nice, but it's been a comfortable victory, hasn't it, for Arsenal? We've played over 2 minutes of stoppage time. You don't imagine there's going to be an awful lot of time left. And it's going to be a goal kick to Villa, which Hannah Hampton is going to take. She goes long with that goal kick into the Arsenal half. It's going to run all the way through to goalkeeper Sabrina D'Angelo, who looks as though she's going to get a clean sheet on her debut. So there's been 3 good debuts tonight for Arsenal. Happy days indeed. Rafaela Souza now plays it back again to D'Angelo. Nice, clever little touch again. Back to Rafaela Souza. Goes back again to D'Angelo. And now it's switched out to that far. So in fact, there goes a full-time whistle. It's all over at Meadow Park. It has finished. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. Dominant performance from Arsenal, pretty much from the start. It took nearly half an hour to take, nearly 20 minutes, to take the lead. It was a great goal from Frida Marnham, from cutting in from that right-hand side, twisted and turned on the edge of the area, and then fired a shot across Hannah Hampton into the far corner. It was 1-0 at half-time. We had 1 or 2 other opportunities, but it was Marnham again who made it 2-0 early in the second half. That really put the seal on the victory, to be honest. Another good goal it was. Caitlin Ford won the ball back over on this near side, Arsenal's left. It fell to Frida Marnham. A bit of a tight angle, but she didn't care. Put her head up and fired it into the top corner. That was 2-0. Frida then turned provider for the third goal. A lovely counter-attack, which had started with Kim Little winning the ball back on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Frida Marnham got the ball in the middle of the pitch, played a lovely through ball to a great run off the ball to Caitlin Ford, and she got into the area and finished well to make it 3-0. We had some chances at the end. Substitute Victoria Pullover almost got a debut goal. A lovely ball played through to her by another debutant, Catherine Cole, but her shot, first-time shot from inside the area, was saved well by Hannah Hampton, and that was it in the end. And Lena Hurtig missed the late chance as well, which was set up for her by a great run again from Frida Marner, who for me was quite clearly player of the match. I do apologise, player of the match tonight. Alan says there need to be a little bit more ruthless streak. Yeah, maybe, but 3-0's good, isn't it? 3-0 will do. B says new girls look great and Marnham steps up. Yeah, indeed, that was the highlight of the night, really. And Alan says good game. It was a good game. It was a good performance, some good goals. And Frida Marnham's performance, you have to say, was quite simply faultless, magnificent. She just absolutely dominated that game in midfield, scored 2 great goals. And, you know, as I said before, you know, we do miss, obviously miss Viv. Of course we do. But you have to say that, you know, Frida stepped into that position and done fantastic. 10 goals for her this season already, and plenty of time to get more. And 3 great debuts. Exist Photography says, great result. It was a great result, yeah. Alan says 3-0 is good. Yeah, indeed it is, yeah. You know, yes, we could have scored 2 or 3 more goals, couldn't we? You know, Hannah Hampton made a couple of good saves there in the end, didn't she? One in the first half from Kim Little, and then that one from Palova in the second half. Lotta Woobermoy missed that header in the first half as well. Lena missed a good chance. So, yeah, we could have scored 5 or 6 goals. But, you know, we got 3. We're through to the semi-final. And we look forward to that game against Manchester City, which will be coming up in February in the semi-final. And, of course, it's West Ham against Chelsea in the other semi-final. So we look forward to that. I mean, this 3rd goal was quite a magnificent move. Caitlin Ford showed good composure and just rolled it past the goalkeeper, made it 3-0. Brilliant goal, brilliant performance all round. Caitlin Ford was good tonight as well, you have to say. Everyone played well. You know, there wasn't really a bad performance from Arsenal, was there? You know, and it was good to see Jordan Nobbs back at Meadow Park. Not her greatest game, but I say not the sort of performance that she would have wanted, really. Not the result she would have wanted, rather. But anyway, you know, we won the game comfortably. And this was a chance I'd just shown again for Palova. It's a good save, actually, to be fair. Alan says, could have scored more. Yes, yeah, we could have done. But in a cup, the cup games, I always say it's the same, isn't it? Cup games just all about winning, going through to the next round. And that's what we've done. And that's the most important thing. We're in the semi-final. And it's going to be a very big game, a very tough game against Manchester City. But it's a game that we've got a great chance to win, I'm sure. So that's coming up in February. So yeah, a good game tonight, a good result, comfortable victory for Arsenal. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. We march on to the semi-final of the Continental Cup. Will this be Jonas's first trophy in charge of Arsenal, the Continental Cup? Well, it could well be. We're in the semi-final, and we look forward to that. That'll be coming up very soon. Herman says, Frida was fantastic. Everyone was very good. The newbies look very good. They do indeed. I have to go to pick up some merchandise. Thanks. No problem, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. You know, brilliant to see you again. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I'm sure you have done. And yeah, we will. I'm sure we'll speak again very, very soon. And yeah, look forward to that. So don't forget, on the channel then there's a lot of good stuff coming up. As we said, tomorrow we've got a big day. We've got 2 shows for you. We've got the Arsenal Women's Weekly at 6:30, looking back on this game, talking about the postponements at the weekend, and looking into the FA Cup against Leeds, which is on Sunday. Join us at 6:30 for that. And straight after that, we've got a watch-along, Manchester City against Arsenal in the FA Cup for the men. That's going to be a really big game, isn't it? So join us for that watch-along as well. And then, of course, Sunday, they watch along the women in the FA Cup at home to Leeds, the lowest ranked team in the competition. Should be a comfortable win for Arsenal, but let's see what happens. So join us for that as well. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. Terry says, bring on City. Great win by the girls. Made it look comfortable in the end. What a bonus to 3 newbie debutants. All look to have exciting futures at Arsenal. Yeah, that was a big positive for me. The 2 outfield players who came on, Palova and Cole, both looked really, really good. They took 5 minutes to settle in, but then they were brilliant. And, of course, Sabrina D'Angelo in goal. Great debut for her. Clean sheet. Looked really, really comfortable and solid, which was great to see. Alan said, enjoyed it. Good stuff, mate. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're enjoying what we do here. So I say, busy night for me tomorrow. Luckily, I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'll be home ready to prepare for the 2 shows that we've got. So I'm looking forward to that. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining me tonight. It's been busy in the chat. brilliant, some brilliant comments. Great to see you all. Some new people as well. I say, if you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel. It does really help the channel to grow. It is free of charge, and it'd be good to get you on board with us. And if you have enjoyed the show, give it a like as well. Why not give it a like? Eh? It's worth it, isn't it? So do all that for us. That'll be great. And I will see you tomorrow, 6:30, with the guys. Andreas is coming on. Hopefully we might see Harry actually on the show tomorrow night. He's not been able to make it all season. It'd be great to get Harry on. He's going to try his best to be on tomorrow night for us. So that's going to be good. So please join us for that and see how that goes. Alan says, need to field a strong team versus City tomorrow. Keep our team confident. I agree, yeah. The last thing we want to do is get a heavy beating. Destroys momentum, doesn't it? So, yeah, I'd pick a pretty strong team. We need to rest 3 or 4, but still keep a good competitive side. And who knows? Hopefully, we can get through. Terry says, another great evening entertainment supplied by Richard and the Gooner Girls. Hit them likes up to show your appreciation. Yeah, thanks, Terry. As always, thanks for your support of the channel. Really appreciate it. And Alan says, I've liked it. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you again. Hopefully tomorrow if you're around. Join us for that as well. That'd be really good. So, yeah, we're back at 6:30 for the women's show. Lots to talk about. We're looking into this game a bit more, but a really good performance from Arsenal. Some great debuts. Really enjoyed that. And Frida Martin, well, what can you say about that performance tonight? Outstanding performance from Frida. Brilliant stuff. Hats off to her for such a great performance. 2 goals and a great performance from Caitlin Ford as well. She got a goal to make it 3-0. But those debutantes, wow, they look good, didn't they? Eh? Catherine Cole, Palova, and D'Angelo in goal. Brilliant stuff. So, yeah, it's been a great night. Arsenal through to the semi-final. Manchester City are up next. We will be looking forward to that. Terry says, see you tomorrow, Richard. Good night to everyone in the chat. Indeed, yeah. Thank you very much for everyone. I say it's been really busy in the chat tonight. One of the busiest streams that we've had for comments in the chat. So thank you very much to everybody for joining in with the show. Please join us tomorrow as well. Why not? We'll have some more fun and games tomorrow, won't we? With 2 shows for you back to back as well. Terry says, come on, you Gooner Girls. Indeed, come on, you Gooner Girls. So that's that then. It finished tonight. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. Alan says, I'll chip in tomorrow. Marlon was a beast. Oh, she absolutely was a beast. Completely brilliant. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Alan. And everybody else as well. I say, if you're around tomorrow, please join us. 6:30, we've got the women's show. And then about 7:45 on the separate stream, we will, of course, have live watch-along of the Man City game in the FA Cup. That is going to be brilliant, isn't it? Looking forward to that one so much. That is going to be so good. And Phil's in the chat as well. Become a new member. Oh, cheers, Phil. Good stuff, mate. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that. You're joining Terry, and we've got Robert as well. I think you're number 3. I'm not sure exactly how many there is now. I haven't checked for a while, but good to have you on board. And hopefully you'll be with us tomorrow night. I'm sure you will for that big game in the FA Cup. It's going to be great, isn't it? But yeah, it's been a good night tonight for the Arsenal women. We got the job done. We're in the semi-final, and what more do you want? Semi-final coming up against Manchester City. That'll be in February. But before that, there's another big game against Manchester City, as we said, tomorrow. I'm back at 6:30 for the women's show with the guys. That's going to be good. Please join us for that. And I say tomorrow night, 7:45, we'll be here. Manchester City versus Arsenal in the FA Cup. Can we do it? What a great statement that would be, wouldn't it? We'd go to Man City and win in the FA Cup. Yes, Man City will rest players. Let's see. Let's go out there and beat them, eh? We'll look forward to that. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening, what you got left of it. Or if you're Herman and it's still during the daytime because you're in Canada or somewhere else in the world and it's you still got your work day to finish, enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're up to. We will see you tomorrow. Terry says, well done, Phil. Nice to have you on board. Indeed, it is, yeah. Phil's a good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. Good to have him as part of our little family on the channel, which is good, which is great to see. Definitely be here for the cup. Yeah, it's going to be a great game now, isn't it? To be honest with you, a year ago, I'd have dreaded playing Man City away in the FA Cup or any time. But now I'm actually looking forward to it because I think we can go there and beat them. I really do. But we'll see. Let's not get too carried away just yet. Lots can happen, as we see. But anyway, we look forward to that tomorrow. But I'll be back at 6:30, first of all, for the women's show. Thank you very much for everyone for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget, give it a like before you leave. Please subscribe to the channel as well. We will see you tomorrow at 6:30. Look forward to that. Well done, the girls tonight. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. We're in the semi-final. Come on, let's win this trophy. let's get a trophy back on the board. It's been a little while, hasn't it? We need to get one. We need to get a trophy. It's been too long, hasn't it, that the women have won something. So let's do this. Let's get this Continental Cup one. Let's beat City in the semi, beat Chelsea in the final. Happy days. We move on. But tomorrow's a big one as well. Join me for that. Speak to you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your evening, or the rest of your morning, wherever you are in the world. Hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Arsenal 3, Villa 0. Come on, you Gunners. I will see you on the next one. Running there of Beth Mead. Beth Mead's in behind, plays it across. Caitlin Ford's going to score, and she has scored. This fast start has been rewarded for us.